Okay, guys, so we'll begin shortly. David, our instructor, is already here. He has over 30 years of experience in improv, which is amazing. I wanted to see who has done improv before. No, who has? Wow, okay. Who hasn't then? I should have asked the right question. Okay. Yes, and no, that is improv. So, okay, cool. So just you guys, perfect. I should improvise right now an entire speech to entertain you. Let me see. Cannot see it. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. If you want anything to eat, right ahead. This Why the Drama is great because it starts as a normal Why the Drama. So we read the scene and stuff. And once we read it, David is gonna do his thing. So we'll see what that is, which is great. Okay, thank you guys. Hello, hello. Hello. Oh, okay, that's right. Hello. 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 I like this one. Perfect. Okay, people. Today's is here to, you know. Okay. Hello, everyone. Do you see me? Okay, great. So I'm so excited and happy to announce David Christopher. Woo!
Thank you. All right. I know we have mics. I probably won't use this for a long time. I'm just going to start with one for now. The first thing I'm going to ask us to do before we get started today, let's do a couple of things to make sure that this experience gets taken to the next level. I'm going to ask everybody in the last 2 rows to just go ahead and upgrade completely for free. This is not American Airlines. It's a free upgrade. We will not charge you for anything. I ask you for this for 2 reasons. Number one, it'll enhance the experience for everybody, especially for the actors that will be coming up here to be able to perform. If you're far back, we feel like there's a divide. If you're up here, it's an intimate experience that we all are part of. So that's number one. Everybody's going to have a better time. Number two, it allows us to make the best use of our time, because the further you are away, the longer it takes you to come up and back when we need to go up and back. So this is all about economy and all about your experience. It's not about me being, twisting my mustache, being an evil villain that I might be. Okay, next thing I'm gonna ask you to do is to take out your phones. And this is really critical for us. We're going to be getting into some really great scenes. We're going to be reading them, and then we're going to be improvising. So in order to do this effectively, let's put everything on silent or vibrate, just so that way we don't have any interruptions. Also, when your phone is the one that goes off, you know how you're going to feel when that happens. It's not going to be a fun feeling, so let's just eliminate that right now. We will bring out phones again later to take pictures, and we'll do a lot of Q&A today as well, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But the big thing is, let's get our house rules in order. Next thing is, whenever anybody steps foot up on this stage or sitting in this chair, we are going to just give everybody thunderous applause. So I'm going to ask us to do that right now. Let's give that a shot. Lovely. Each and every one of you is an artist. Now, in improv, we say that everybody is an artist, a genius, and a poet. And we mean it wholeheartedly. This is a big deal. So that encouragement, that kind of feedback for us, it's not about, all right, that was great. It's not a judgment piece. It's encouragement for the fact that we are artists creating art, and we are going to be sharing ourselves and exposing ourselves as artists today. And so since that's a vulnerable act, we're going to make sure that we make sure everybody is taken care of. All right, with that said, I want to recognize Maria. Maria is right in the back over there, had the mic. Thank you so much for all of your hard work. I am 53, which means I forget things, and I forget things a lot. This hard drive has been used up for a long time now. I do not know your name, but I love to shout out AV people. What is your beautiful name? If you don't, Spencer. Let's give it up for Spencer. Spencer, thank you. Our artists, our directors, our writers, our narrators will be getting the mic. That doesn't happen by accident, and these lights go on and off. That will also not happen by accident, so Spencer's the reason behind all of that. Thank you so much once again. I also want to give a huge shout out to Dilia Alexander, or Diliana, why am I saying Dilia? Diliana Alexander. I just changed your name. And Filmgate Miami, this is such an incredible thing. I will share with you a little bit about my background in a moment, but I wish there was something like this such a long time ago when I was starting out. And for those of you that are either starting, continuing, or you're like on the top of the wave, it's all fantastic that you've got this resource, that we have this resource here in this city, because Miami for a long time has talked about film, but Miami is actually doing film because of organizations like Filmgate Miami. So thank you, and thank you for this lovely opportunity amongst so many opportunities that you provide. So awesome, thank you, Filmgate, go. I do this now because you're also here. Some of you might leave early, and we want to get the props out while we can. By the way, what's up? I'm an idiot, and that's just who I am. Both of my daughters will let you know. No. I'm an idiot in addition to an artist, a genius, and a poet. So you can add idiot on the tail end of that one. I have 2 daughters, and my oldest is 26. I was talking to her on the way up in the elevator, her birthday. She's in Portland. She's going to a Ren fair today. And I'd like to have your ears on. She's like, not yet, but I'm about to put them on. So yeah, fun times. And then I also have my 14-year-old, and that's a 12-year age difference if you're doing the counting. It's 2 administrations. And I'm very upfront. I never was like this before. When I was younger, I was like trying to be cool and perfect, and you just learn with age, like let it all hang out. It's a lot easier. So with those 2 kids, I've got to be their embarrassing dad for a long time because I do improv and because I do things like this. Let your freak flag fly today. Let's all have a good time doing this. There is zero judgment. Why are we here? We are here to watch things come to life. They're going to come to life off of the written page, and then they're going to take another step forward by coming to life through improvisation and seeing where we can take it next. Now, why are we doing this? This is an exploration into improvisation as a tool to see how we can either, 1, expand scenes, find new material to be able to highlight, augment, or even maybe find just that one little nugget that will make something that's already on the written page just that much better. Or 2, to see what we can do with these characters. Let's take them out for a test spin, and then let's go and take them out on the open road and just see what happens with them next. And as we do that, what will materialize is we're going to see what characters do versus what writers do. And that's going to give our writers in the room an opportunity to say, okay, maybe there's a little bit more behind these characters that I didn't even know about. So I'm going to ask you to really just be in tune with all of this, because each and every one of us plays a part here today. We're going to get into this in just a second. Before we do, I'm going to give you my quick little bio. But not the bio that you read, probably. I told you about my 2 kids. I'll give you, what do you want, the film background or the improv background? We'll make this interactive, because I don't like scripted stuff. Both, but pick one. We're going to do both. Film. Okay, film. That's where my journey began, actually. So I was an introverted nerd kid getting bad grades in a Miami high school known as Miami Killian. Any Killian grads? Does anybody even know where that school is? Wow, okay, fantastic. That alone is just seriously, like, it's still standing, because I don't know if it'll be there next year. There's a number of schools closing, by the way. Yeah, which is kind of scary. So with that said, I was a kid who was a cyclist. I still am a cyclist. I love riding my bike, and I did that this morning, super hot. But I found just a great way to go and get homework done in a video production class that always went first and second period in my junior and senior year. So I took that class thinking, okay, I can basically train all afternoon, never get my homework done, and do my homework in this video production class. About a week in, I realized I really like this thing. And then about a month in, I was like, I know how to edit. And this is back when you had to do tape to tape and actually like control things like that were in analog, not in a digital format. And so that grew a passion, which was film. From there, I went to Miami-Dade College, because I told you I was a complete screw-up, and I went to 13th grade. Woohoo, Miami-Dade College, by the way. Best thing that ever happened to a lot of people, and I'm one of those people, so if you're like, oh, Miami-Dade College, it's awesome. Took their first ever film class there, down here at Wolfson campus. We did it with Super 8 film, and our professor was the current film reviewer for the Herald. And after that, he's like, dude, you need to go to film school. So I had a year and a half left of Miami-Dade College, and I had to figure myself out. I got great grades, I did, and I got into NYU. I went to NYU Film School and went to film school with some pretty cool people and not so cool people. We'll talk about that on a break because that's a long story, because some of them were Me Too'd, and some of them very well known and from Miami. You can figure that one out, right? All right, good, cool. We'll talk about that at a break. But also some cool people that weren't, and had really cool professors like Spike Lee. So yeah, it's a really incredible experience. I will tell you this though, a lot of that experience was just about being in a really great city, going to a really great school, but you have the ability in this day and age to have the same access that we had to pay for. You have that now, and you have that at a minor fraction. I mean, like a tiny fraction of that cost. It was very expensive to go there. And so my career moved on from there. I did everything from features to shorts, music videos, local news, local sports, which I was a photog for local sports. I shot Dan Marino's last season. Yeah, not a fun place to be. He was fighting with Jimmy Johnson. If you know this time, it was not fun. If you don't, good for you. But sports will teach you how to be a great videographer or cinematographer, because everything moves super fast, and your skill set, especially your manual focus, will be chef's kiss. So if you're a camera operator, shoot sports just for a little while and you'll see what happens. Even if it's just playing around with other kids on the street, do it and get some close-ups, because it made me a better cinematographer. Next thing, I went and finished my career doing reality TV out in LA. I sold my soul. And then there was a writer's strike in 2000, and I was working on 2 different dating shows. One was called Blind Date, the other one was called Fifth Wheel, and I'm like, I'm done, because I'm one step away from porn. And my oldest was just born. And there's nothing against porn. I have no problems with porn, so for all the porn advocates out there, yay for you, but I didn't want to be doing that, and especially with a newborn. My daughter was old as your daughter back then. Yeah, and I was like, I need to redefine who this guy is, because that's who she gets to see, and I don't want to be doing this anymore. I got into corporate video from there, realized all these marketing people had MBAs, and I figured I should get one too. I got an MBA, and now I do corporate training as a day job, and for a hobby and fun things, I get paid to go around the world and do improvisation. I've been doing improv for 30 years. I did it as a challenge to get out of my introverted self. So I told you I get to improv. I know you all said improv later. Okay, great. Here's your improv later. Did that starting here, and then with 8 other friends started an improv theater company called Just the Funny, which still exists to this day. It's on 31st and Coral Way. Fantastic place. And I owned that theater for 25 years. And 2 years ago, I sold it with one of the other owners. The third owner stayed on, and we brought in 4 other owners from inside to keep the legacy alive. And now I get to tour as an improv artist. And I actually do something really cool, which is called unscripted theater. And this is moving away from, it's very close to film in this regard. It's about taking all of the fun stage direction that happens in theater, or that you might see in film, and applying it to improv. So it looks more like a theatrical performance and not like a, hey, we're gonna entertain you tonight type of thing. So with that said, there's improv, there's film, and I've been working with Filmgate Miami now for, I wanna say like 8 years, probably, maybe 10. Yeah, on and off, coming in and doing improv specifically to either work with filmmakers or entertain filmmakers or warm the audience up before one of these incredible festivals that happen every month, which, by the way, if you're not going to those, you need to go. And finally, what's amazing about improv is it opens you up and it frees your mind. And in my opinion, it makes you a better writer. One of the things that we do as improvisers is we break down situations like that. And we're able to see everything very clearly. And when you get really good at this skill set, which you could all do today, by the way, the interesting thing is you get to operate in a flow state and things just come out of you. So I will share with you, when we get into the improv piece, for the directors in the room, if you want to record what happens here, I encourage you to do so, so long as everybody's cool and gives consent. And why do I say that? Because you will see things happen here that you cannot write. I've written a ton. In improv, we do stuff that writers can't do, because writers have time to think, improvisers only have time to feel. and they play the character in the moment, and that's what we're going to search for today. So in order to do that, we're going to work off of your scripts first, and then we're going to get into improv and go deep in and play with each and every one of your materials. I said it like a Miamian. We're going to play with your materials, bro. All right. And not bruh, bro, because we're from Miami. All right. Any quick questions about me or today before we start jumping in?
By the way, we're recording, so...
Oh, we are recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
Oh, fantastic. Even better. Then you don't need to do it. Oh, if we're already recording, thank you. This is why Filmgate's the best. So many other organizations I could totally... I'm kidding. Joking. All right. No questions? Going once? Going twice? All right. Let's get this thing moving. First up, we have departures. Can we please meet our writer? Is that you? All right. Let's bring you on up. And let's get you a mic.
Over here.
Right there. Fantastic. So, Brian, I want to ask you a couple quick things. We're going to get into a synopsis of your project, and then we're going to get into a character breakdown before we jump into the scene. I'm going to ask you as we go through this process to just be as inviting as possible to give that to your audience here as opposed to me. Great. So I'll ask you a question, then I'm going to step off the stage just to give you the center of the stage. And for that reason alone, I'm going to move these guys over so you have that, and this is your chance. As a matter of fact, let's do really well because, you know, Maria made this negative space here for us. I'm going to talk like it is. So we want you in that negative space, so we frame you properly for this one. And I'm going to ask you to take a step forward so you get some good depth.
Great.
All right, and one more step to the left.
Perfect.
There you go. Look at that. Is that right?
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Looks great.
Yeah, why do you want to stand in front of a projector? Let the projector be part of the shot. Okay, so Brian, here's what I'm going to ask you to do first. In about 1 minute, can you tell us a little bit about you? And here's what I'll ask. Give us one film credit or background piece that you're really proud of. Give us something about where you come from. And the third thing is, what's something really interesting about you that has nothing to do with this art form, meaning film or filmmaking?
Cool, okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Brian Robau. Hi.
Hold on, folks. That's not good enough. And we're going to make this a session for everybody because I want my creators, you're not on YouTube, but our writers, are you the writer-director for this piece? Okay, so our directors, you've got to learn how to talk about your stuff. So I want you to come up here now, and everybody in this room has the full funding to fund this project and make sure that none of it is deferred pay for anybody. I want you to talk to us like that now. And I want you to clap like you have, let's say, $100 million just to spend on a film project. Let's go. Clap like you mean it.
Woo! Hey! Thank you. There we go. I needed that energy. My name is Brian. I am born and raised in Miami, Florida. I went to film school out in Chapman and stayed in LA for a while, and I just moved back to Miami in December. So I'm really just grateful to be here and be involved with Filmgate. One of the credits I'm really proud of is in film school. I made a film called Esta es tu Cuba, which is inspired by my father's story of coming from Cuba to Miami as a kid. And we were super fortunate to win a Student Academy Award and travel the world with it and play in Miami and get to like share people's stories that, you know, were Pedro Pan, where people were kids who came from Cuba during the revolution, and I got to see them like share their experiences and like kind of see themselves on screen. So that was, I think, maybe the project I'm most proud of. And something that doesn't have anything to do with film was I played tennis for a very long time. For a long time, that was my identity until I played the college tennis. And then somewhere along the way, I was like, I want to act. I love acting. I love film. And I like dropped it all and became a filmmaker and an actor. So yeah, and that led me to here, to filmmaking.
All right, Brian, I'm going to ask you to do this for us now. Let's go ahead and do the summary or the synopsis of this film, Departures. and then we'll get into the character breakdown after that. So
Perfect.
if you flow into it, that's fine. If not, I'll re-prompt you for the character development piece.
Great, yeah. So Departures is a story about two exes, Francis and Inez, and their kind of final conversation of closure together. What's supposed to be like a final meetup, them, Francis picking Inez up and taking her to the airport, a courtesy meal, turns into a whole evening together when her flight gets canceled. And we kind of weave in and out of their evening together, and it really asks the question, like, what would happen in a relationship if they were completely honest with one another? And kind of like let all the kind of veil of the character we put up sometimes, what would happen if we let that kind of fall and just be 100% honest? And so kind of at the end of the film, it asks the question, when he finally drops her off, are they meant to be together? Will their relationship survive, or are they better off broken up? Yeah, and then so Francis is this kind of dreamer, kind of type B personality. He's a musician who just started kind of teaching at a high school. So he kind of, it feels like in between, like a limbo kind of, where like he's pursuing his dream, but not really, you know. And he's kind of disorganized, but he's very passionate and kind of spontaneous. And Inez is kind of the counterpart to that, very ambitious. She's leaving to New York to get her master's degree, to be an art critic and a writer. And she's very type A, very responsible, but also like an artist in her own right, and has a lot of depth and spontaneity herself. And so I think what I would love to find is just kind of the push-pull of making these two people distinct, but also like not one-dimensional. You know, I want to find and explore kind of the fullness of these people and have them feel real. Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so Brian, if you want, grab a seat. And if you don't want to sit up front, I get it. So if you prefer here, that's fantastic. If you like to sit in the back just to get a good glimpse of everything, or you want to read the audience while they watch, feel free to do both. I don't care.
Might do that, yeah.
I don't want to make you feel like you got to stay up here. Although really, folks, if you, I mean, come on, this is first class.
I'll move back
I know.
when it's not
yeah,
my
I know.
turn. Yeah,
We'll hold your spot.
Great, all right.
No.
So give this to one of the actors.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have our character breakdown here. Let's get, I believe we have two actors that are going to be playing. Let's get you up on stage. Let's get you some love. Who are you? Please give us your names.
My name is Cristina de Fatima.
All right, Cristina de Fatima. Woo! And your name?
Hi, my name is Gabriel Martinez.
Gabriel Martinez. You know what, take my mic.
Thank you.
I've got a voice that I don't care. All right, so I'm going to ask you this question, and please, please, please be as selfish as possible about this. Do you want to do this sitting or standing?
I mean,
What works better for you?
see, there's a bit in the first bit where it's like we're clearly standing, and then the rest is pretty stationary because we're in a car.
All right,
So,
so
I feel like maybe we could read through sitting, and then when we're improving, then whatever organically happens.
fantastic. All right, so let's get you here. And now, Brian, if you can you set up this scene for us? Can you give us location? I know we're going to get into screen direction, and I'll get a narrator in a moment. But I want to just get a sense of this to know how we're going to set this up here on the stage.
Yeah, this is the very beginning of the movie, and this is he's picking her up to go to the airport, and this is like the first time they've seen each other since a week ago when they said, "Oh, we should meet up," and before that they hadn't seen each other in like a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this
So
is
he's pulling up
scene one
to
right
her
out of the gate.
apartment. Yeah.
Okay. And quick question for us: is this pre or post credits? Opening credits.
Post credits.
Okay. So we go opening credits first, and then right. So no.
Or actually, this is pre-title, post like
Post-credit.
during
Post opening
pre-credit.
credits.
Exactly.
Okay. Cool. I always like to know these things because I feel like, as an experience, you need to know where you're at in the story. And some stories start you right into it, and then others like slow roll you in. So good.
The beginning, what we've seen is like just like portraits of Miami as he's like driving to pick her up.
Okay.
Just, like, little pieces of Miami.
Fantastic. I'm going to need a narrator to. Thank you. That's all I need. That works. And I've got hardwired mics here for you. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. This one, I think, is the one. Hello, hello.
Yes.
All right.
That's the one.
And we've got an iPad for you to follow along and be able to read stage direction. Yeah, perfect. Since we have this one. Okay.
Can we?
You can sit there.
Okay.
Absolutely.
It's number 2.
And I'm going to ask you to just move this a little bit higher. Are we on this one?
Yes.
There we go.
I was tapping very lightly.
Can you give us a quick little mic check, just because I want to hear you before we get into that first.
Hello, hello, hello.
Perfect.
Got it?
I think we're ready. Everybody can hear? Yes. All right. Let's get this going. Oh, by the way, we need to give them one more round of applause, please.
Michael.
Michael, thank you, Michael. All right. Let's get into it.
All right. All right. Title card, departure. Oops, hold on. Exterior street, moments later. Francis helps Ines load her bags into his car.
You know, I left with plenty of time, but traffic today is just, I'm sorry.
It's really okay.
I didn't realize he had this much stuff.
What did you expect? I'm moving, Francis.
Ines hands him a tote full of books.
That's a lot of books.
You don't even want to know how many I had to get rid of. These are just the few that I couldn't part with.
Ah, yes. How will you ever live without a history of 20th century three-dimensional art?
That's a classic, actually.
Yeah?
Francis closes the trunk.
It is. It's an important book.
Uh-huh.
Interior, Francis' car, continuous. They climb into the car, and they're on their way.
Can we pause really quick right here, Brian? I want to do a quick check-in. Is this the emotional place where we need to be between these two people, or does this feel accurate for you?
I think it's a little more like awkward, maybe. I
Okay.
think there's a little more anxiety, and I think, yeah, maybe there's also like a little bit of like trying to like impress one another, like break through the anxiety by like trying to like impress one another. You know, I think you know that the line about like the book is more like it's like you kind of almost trying to flirt with her by like, but like it comes across as kind of like.
Yeah.
You know, maybe mean, you know. Yeah, that's kind of the feeling. And I realized to your point, there is a moment before this scene where he pulls up as she's waiting, and they like wave to each other. Title, departures, and then the scene starts. So it's actually post.
Yeah. I try to get into the visuals because that flowed for you, but also for us.
Yeah.
Just to let us have a little bit more to it. I'm going to ask you to dig a little bit deeper on this one, Brian.
Yeah.
If you can, for both characters, and I'm characters because you're no longer you. So Francis and Ines, can you give Francis's emotional platform, and what that means is where we're starting the scene from. The emotion may change as the dialogue and the feelings that go behind it, morph into whatever they do. But what's the platform? Where are we beginning for Francis?
I mean, I think you go into this with a lot of anxiety. You want me to?
Sorry, I've got to get on mic just
I'll
because
do it,
it's
I'll
being
do it.
live streamed.
You go into this with a lot of anxiety, but also you're coming into this because you just don't know what's gonna happen. You haven't seen this person really who you like loved for a year. But I also think there's this part of you that's like maybe there's like a hope of like maybe something will happen, maybe something will come of this. So I think the anxiety comes from like not wanting to mess that up, or like not the uncertainty of that moment. So I think and you also are late to picking her up. So I think there's a little bit of like, and let me smooth this over. Let me make things right. I don't know if there's anything deeper.
No, that's perfect. That's great context for us. So, to summarize, there's anxiety here. You want this relationship. You want to see if this relationship can work out, and you're disorganized. You're starting on the wrong foot. Does Francis know that Francis screwed up already by being there late?
Yes.
Great. All right, let's move to Ines.
But I don't think he's like
Super self-aware.
feels it, yeah.
Feels it, but not like it's not there on the surface. Great. For Ines, what's that emotional platform that we can work off of for Ines?
I think there's a similar part of this of like the anxiety and uncertainty. I think you're on the opposite foot of like, here we go again. Like there's a little bit of like, I think immediate fear of like, are we just gonna fall into the same patterns that we fell into when we were dating? So anxiety, fear, uncertainty, but like also I think a little bit of like defensiveness, or not defensiveness, but like
There's a wall?
a little bit of a wall.
Is this wall about protecting herself, or is this wall about I'm leaving and I don't want to allow this to become a thing?
I think it's both. It's like protecting myself because if this becomes a thing, like what are we gonna do? I'm already moving on.
Okay.
To other place, yeah. And also like, I think more importantly, it's like I don't want to experience the pain of like this relationship going into it and ending again because I've already experienced that. And I think you're the kind of person, like a type A person, where you like learn a lesson and you don't want to have to learn it again.
Yeah.
You're like I already made that decision.
Okay. Any questions?
Understood.
Cool. Fantastic. I'm going to give us the opportunity to go back so that way you've got an opportunity to start fresh with this one with that staged, with that directing piece in there. Let's get to, let's jump to right as you enter into the scene. We don't need to do title credits and all that fun stuff. Just get us right there, please.
All right. Exterior, street, moments later, Francis helps Ines load her bags into his car.
You know, I left with plenty of time, but traffic today is, it's just, I'm sorry.
It's really okay.
I didn't realize you had this much stuff.
What did you expect? I'm moving, Francis.
Ines hands him a tote full of books.
That's a lot of books.
You don't want to know how many I had to get rid of. These are just the ones I couldn't part with.
Oh, yes, yes. How will you ever live without a copy of
He pulls a random book out of the tote.
A History of 20th Century Three-Dimensional Art?
That's a classic, actually.
Yeah?
It is. It's an important book.
Uh-huh.
Interior, Francis' car, continuous. They climb into the car and they're on their way.
It's good to see you.
I know. It's been, well, it's not been that long, I guess, but
It feels longer.
They laugh nervously.
So, how are you doing?
good. You?
Can't complain. You seem good.
Thanks, I guess.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I don't know how to do this without being awkward, you know.
Nervous laughter.
Yeah.
They sit in awkward silence for a moment.
You also seem good, for what it's worth.
You mean in like you actually look kind of good way, or in a I expected you to look worse kind of way?
Dummy.
Thank you.
Another awkward silence.
So, what are you thinking for food? I don't mind picking a place.
Do you think we have the time?
What do you mean?
I'm gonna be late.
It's not even 4:30. I thought you said your flight's at 8.
Yeah, but it's gonna take us at least an hour to eat, and then another hour to get to the airport, and then with like this traffic.
Oh, it's not gonna take us that long.
You said yourself traffic is bad.
I mean, I was exaggerating.
Plus, look at all the bags I have to check, and if we get there any later than 6, I'm not gonna make it.
Okay, so what? I'm just gonna drive you to the airport then?
I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. That's why I said 3. You kept pushing it back.
I
And now
know.
it's past 4.
Okay,
and
I
I'm an
know.
anxious
I know.
flyer.
I know.
An awkward silent beat.
I feel like you're
Uber.
kinda.
You don't have to take me. You're the one that said you wanted to take me to the airport.
I mean,
No.
I said we should meet up before you left. I didn't say today.
But it was your idea to drive me to the airport.
Only because this was the only day you were free.
Okay, but did you or did you not suggest that you would drive me to the airport?
Yeah, well, you made it sound like I offered it out of the blue.
I didn't. I never said that.
Plus, I figured it'd help with the whole anxious flying thing.
Yeah, not when you're late.
Francis doesn't have a good comeback for this. They sit in awkward, frustrated silence for a moment.
Listen, I really have been working on being more not late. Yeah.
Beat.
And for the record, being an anxious flyer is not unique.
What?
Lots of people get nervous before flights. I get nervous before I fly.
Okay, what are you saying?
Nothing. I actually don't know.
You just felt the need to make sure that I knew that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to argue.
Me neither. That was like the one thing coming into this. I was hoping that we wouldn't have a fight.
It's not like we ever fought that much to begin with.
Fights? No. But maybe that was part of our problem.
They chuckle, then more silence.
You don't have to do this, you know. It's not too late for me to just call an Uber. It's fine.
What? No, come on. We're here. I'm glad I at least got to see you and catch up for a little bit.
Maybe we could grab something quick on the way, so you don't feel like my driver.
I can't tell if you're being nice or if you're patronizing me.
Neither. I'm just hungry.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah.
Beat.
So, what are you feeling
What?
for food?
I'm down for whatever.
Oh boy.
No, I have zero preferences.
What about that Venezuelan spot nearby?
The gas station?
It's quick.
Beat.
What?
No, nothing. That's fine.
No, what?
I just don't want to eat something heavy before my flight, but it's fine. You can order something. I'm not that hungry.
But you just said you were hungry. So you do have a preference. What's your preference?
I don't know.
Francis stares at her, unrelenting.
Okay, I guess with something healthy. A salad, maybe.
A salad? But that's not so hard. But, it's kind of hard to take a salad to go.
Well, you asked.
A salad is so boring for your last meal in Miami.
It's not like I'm never visiting. I'm gonna be back.
Well, I mean, don't you want to eat something fun?
Sure. Like what?
All right. Brian, how was that read in terms of the actual voice of the character?
I think it was different, but I also think it was I learned a lot just like hearing it in a different way, through different people's souls, basically,
Yeah, that rhythm also changes too from what the writer ear hears.
Yeah. But it's really helpful to hear it in a different way, I think.
Yeah. Quick thing, and I'm going to give you some actor stuff, and I'll give you some director stuff. Let's start with the director stuff. This is so critical with reads to make sure that we are building that emotional platform that your actors will be working with for each scene. Why? Because as you build in the platform, meaning this is the emotional base. What you're walking into the scene with, this is what they're feeling. If you're a director that wants to keep it super tight, and you have like, all right, you know, I want to be Tarantino, or I want to be, you know, whoever, and never deviate from the written word, and I want it to be exactly this way, you may want to be tight with them. And so you may get into more context with them. If you are one that's a little bit more loose and free and you want to see where this goes, then an emotional platform is a starting point. And it's like, hey, this is what you need to know, so that way, as characters, you know where you start, and then where the script takes you is where these characters feel their way through the script, not actors think their way through the script. That's critical, by the way. So I give you that because this is critical for directors to be able to communicate that. A lot of times as directors, we know our stuff so well from the written page, and we know these characters so well because we've lived them, we've dreamed them, we've relived them, and we redream them, that it's kind of like a given for us, and we take it for granted. We don't always communicate that, and that's why I'm gonna push you on this one. So think about that for what you want and how you want this to play. And I have a question coming your way in a second. For the actors here, first of all, thank you for just jumping in there, taking that direction and immediately incorporating it. That's our job as actors. And I've been on both sides of this, so I get it from both sides. It's like, we've got to be clear, and you've got to be able to take this on and go with the challenge. You both did that beautifully. Thank you for that. Now, you heard some notes there from your director. If we were to reread this, we may make some tweaks. We don't have time for that, so we won't. But a couple of things. If you read for anything else today, and by the way, Michael, fantastic job. I don't want this to go.
Thank you. Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're setting the bar for narrators here.
Thank you.
So good job. Or the
Well, I thank the coffee, but we can thank the cup.
Okay, the coffee.
Yes.
Not that brand. But it's brown water. So.
No product placement.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, let's put some black tape over that, or let's go over here. That's still, you can't get that. But one thing for actors, we're going to get into improv in a moment, and that emotional piece is really important. So thank you for playing with that here and seeing where that goes. We had a moment, France, I'm gonna just call you character names, by the way. I will forget your actual names because it helps me stay with character. Francis, that emotional outburst with that no, that was a powerful moment. And thank you for using that emotional platform to let the emotion travel with this character and jump off that page. Inez, there were so many little nuanced, tender moments where you could feel the push and pull of, do I want to expose myself to this possibility or do I pull back? And there's a lot of beauty in that. So, you know, we had this very on-the-nose brute force versus this very nuanced piece, and that's just a really fun give and take. One thing for all of our actors, mic's up, just because this is being live streamed. Oh, sorry, I should be doing the same. I'm a bad boy. Diliana, AKA Dilia, is, I'm gonna run with my own bit today, so sorry. In improv, we always love our bits, and we will kill bits to death. So I warn you. Keep the mic up, keep it by the mouth, just so everybody at home and also for the recording, we get everything. This really helps us, especially directors, when they go back and rewatch. So let's get into the improv now. I'm gonna ask you to drop scripts, and I'm going to give our director an opportunity to get some input in here. I said I had a question coming your way. This is that question. The question is, do you want to see something that happens next, or do you want to see something that happened before? No, I mean before, like, before. I mean before, when things weren't, I'm leaving, and we're broken up. So I'll throw that little fun gauntlet at you.
I think maybe before might be interesting, only because I think the one thing that I and this is me not telling them, like I think an important part I've seen is to like also feeling through all that there's still love there, that these two people really love each other, you know. And I got some of that, but I think also
Okay, I'm going to ask you to do this. Give us interior, exterior, day, night, and then give us a brief little setup of this is blank many years, months, days before this event. So that way they have a little bit of a setup. And now we are going to pull chairs away. So, and I'll have them here for you if we absolutely need them, if this is like a restaurant or something of that ilk. But otherwise, we want to see you on your feet just because you're more fluid. And I'll get on my feet to go with you. So, Brian, I stalled for you just a little bit there. I'm throwing a doozy at you. And all the other directors are like, now we know what he's going to do to us. I'm already pre-planning. I've got different questions for each of you. All right, Brian, go ahead.
I'd say like exterior, like a park. You're like on a, it's like a Sunday afternoon, and you're like, let's go on a walk. Let's go get coffee together. And you're either you have coffee already, you got coffee, and you're just like a day in your life together. I'd say this is like 2.5 years ago, so like towards like the latter part of your relationship, maybe like 6 months out from when you eventually break up.
Emotional platform for each one of them, please, for Francis and Inez.
I think you have New York on your horizon. You have like your very strong vision of your dream, and I think there's some anxiety of like, is this person holding me back from my dream? And I think you have. It's a great question for like where would Francis be in this moment? I think maybe you haven't started working at this high school yet. You're playing music, but you're also like maybe I think worried about like what that next step would be, and you're also I think thinking about like knowing that she wants to leave as well. So I think maybe for both of you there's this like this uncertainty of what does the future look like. I don't know, is that strong enough?
That's totally fine. I'm going to ask you this. There are times in relationships where we are not at the same place at the same time. It sounds like this might be one of them. And what I mean by that is, it sounds like Inez is already further ahead in this relationship as to where this relationship is probably going. It sounds like Francis is a little bit further behind, not realizing yet where this relationship is actually going. Is that correct?
Yeah, and I think in Francis's mind it might be like, oh, maybe the anxiety is like, I need to go like get a stable job to like do like he's thinking about like how can I like salvage things, and I think Inez is thinking more so like I have this mission on the horizon, and I don't think it's gonna be salvaged.
Okay, yeah.
So she knows the breakup. She knows she's going to be breaking up with him.
I don't know if you know it like here, but I think somewhere here you feel it.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is one thing we always talk about in improv. I'm a kind of do things a little bit differently than most improvisers do them, because I think like a film person still, and we don't like exposition in film. Nobody wants to see the lead up to something. We want just the best of. That stuff gets left on the cutting room floor. In improv, we like to put exposition in, and we waste a lot of time to get there. So I need an opening line just to give them that jump start so we're not at minute 0. I want to be at minute 10, where we're 10 minutes into this walk, not they just entered the park and nothing's happened yet. Otherwise, we're going to get a lot of that. So, Brian, I'll challenge you with that as a writer, director. Just give me a one-line prompt, either actor, doesn't matter. And it doesn't have to give us a lot. It just needs to be something to get us there. This is 10 minutes into this walk.
Have you thought about New York?
Great, perfect. That's for you, Francis. And
All right.
I'm going to ask you to keep mics up, but I want you to either make eye contact because that's what the character would do, or not make eye contact because that's what the character would do, but you're no longer actors. You are Francis, you are Inez, and this is your scene in 3, 2, 1, scene.
So, have you thought about New York?
I mean, like, yeah. I do
Yeah.
think about New York, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, what? What about New York? What do you wanna
I don't
talk
know.
about?
It just seems like you're kind of moving really fast, and I
I'm
mean,
moving fast. I'm still here.
I know. I just like, you're talking about going to New York. I mean, do you know anybody from there that you may
mean-
connect to?
I mean,
Just want to make sure you're,
the faculty that I want to study under, he's really nice, and
Yeah,
I
okay.
think I'm really smart.
I just want to
so
make
that
sure.
makes me
Yeah,
excited.
I just want to make sure you have the right connections, and maybe, I could still help out however I can.
Baby, you seem nervous.
No,
What's on your mind?
I'm just.
Tell me what's on your mind.
It's just a lot of moving.
What's wrong with moving?
There's nothing wrong with moving.
You can move too, you
no,
know.
I can. I just don't want to move as fast as you. I'm kind of like where we are now.
But I think New York would be so fun. You've never seen snow, neither have I. Can you imagine the winter? Can you imagine how fun that'd be?
I'm not a big fan of the cold.
But you've never seen snow. Snow is different than the cold.
That's true. That's true.
And I think Christmas in New York City, in Rockefeller Center, and oh my God, I think that would be really special. I think I'm really excited.
Yeah. I just want to,
What? You want to what?
I have family, and
have family
we
too.
yeah, exactly. We have family, and I don't want to move on so quickly from them, and I want to give them a proper.
There's planes. We
No,
can always come,
I'm just
not
saying.
like something so serious and permanent when
I'm just saying.
it's just
Inez,
life
stay
opening
on
up.
him. Stay on him.
Life is just opening up. I think it's actually gonna be really fun. I think you need to not be so serious about it and think about how amazing that would be.
Well, I also don't want
to
to
start a new
be.
chapter of our lives together.
No,
You
yeah.
guys keep going.
that
Don't
would be
keep cutting
so
him off.
special.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
I just
Keep
don't.
going, Inez.
Why
I-
you seem really? I don't know why you're getting so nervous
No,
about it and being so weird about
when
it.
you bring up serious, I just don't want to come
you
off
wanna be
as.
serious?
No, I want to be serious. That's the
Then be
thing.
serious.
No, yeah,
Let's
of
be
course. No, that's
serious,
what I'm trying to say. I want to be serious, but I also don't want to, come off as a goofball
You're not.
and
I love a goofball.
yeah, but I
So be a.
yeah,
I want you to be a goofball for me, baby.
I want you to present myself as sustained for you. I don't want to,
I don't like when you get like this.
I'm sorry.
I don't like when you get like this. I don't like when you get up in your head. I want you to be excited.
No, I am excited.
Because there's a lot of good things
No,
coming.
of course, I'm excited for you. I'm excited. I'm excited for myself.
We can be excited together, yeah.
Of
but
course.
It doesn't feel like excitement. It
No,
feels like
no.
you're being stressed, and it's making me upset.
Okay,
I don't
no,
like when
no,
you're so
listen.
stressed.
Okay.
It's stressing me out.
Listen, calm down. Okay, I'm sorry.
Then why are you
Ines, there's
stressing me out?
something you've always been meaning to say you didn't know you were going to say it today.
I'm leaving.
When are you leaving?
I'm leaving with or without you.
What?
See.
I'm leaving with or without you.
One of the most incredible phenomenon with improv is when we have scenes that are really emotionally heavy and like bad things happen to characters. The minute the scene's over, actors hug each other. And then the minute we have a light scene, they're like, yeah, whatever. And it's like, oh, I don't get it. It's like, exactly, we really love deep heavy and we got to hug it out afterwards. Brian, let's talk. And they gave you the lav mic, so great. Let's hear your thoughts on this, and I want you to speak as a director to your actors, please.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I really loved that and was moved by that. And I there was times where I wanted to go in and save you guys and give you oh, this is what, but you did beautifully. I really feel like you found discovered things about both of these people that I didn't even know. So thanks for giving me that, and just thanks for being vulnerable. Yeah, I really loved it. I think there was something really beautiful about your excitement and even visualizing what it would be like to be in New York and Rockefeller Center, and like you had like all these like dreams already, and I think that played really, really well with like your just like almost like emotionally stunted, like on like not being able to like take that in, you know. I thought that was really, really beautiful, and I think like the musician of you, I think I kind of got the version of like, oh, I have so much other things that I have to do here that I have to like take care of, and like, you know, it really got me thinking of like what are the things that are holding him in Miami that like why he wouldn't go. Like I don't think I've explored that really, and I think so I really enjoyed that, and I was also like thinking about like their families and their parents, and like I haven't like explored too much about that, and like what is their relationship with their parents, and like why like they're leaving home, and like what are they leaving. So I thought it was really, really, really beautiful. Thank you. Yeah.
Awesome. Any words that you want to share with Brian, with us, with me, even with Michael, by the way, your lovely narrator. I want to give the narrator some love, by the way. You can't just sit in the corner the whole time.
Okay.
So there you go.
I mean, I felt like once it started running, it couldn't stop. Like I felt, I don't know, there was a moment where it was just like, oh, this is so real. I felt very locked in and very truthful. I wish I had more space because my body had the instinct to just want to like walk, but I'm like, wait, no, I gotta be practical with the space that we have. But I really wanted to just bring a little more movement into it. But emotionally, I really felt, I just felt very connected. It wasn't pushful. It was great.
Yeah, I felt the same. My biggest strength is not improv, and so, but you know what? I want to get out of my shell more and explore things, especially with prior context and given scenarios like that, and learning from a script. I felt like it really helped, and everything, like you said earlier, everything flows a lot more. Like it's not really what a filmmaker would see. It's not something we could write. It's something that just comes out, and it feels more, you can pick up on a few things that are more natural, and I felt like the dialogue we had was very like cutting me off, and it felt natural. It felt like we're actually having a conversation, and yeah.
Love that you just mentioned that, by the way. And I'm gonna go ahead. I don't own a theater anymore, so I can tell all the dirty secrets. And here's one: character, emotion. You just figured out improv. It's done. That's it. That's what you did. It's character with emotion. Big characters that feel really hard. You do that, you've just accomplished improv. Now, all the other stuff that they'll teach you in an improv school is how to do it in front of an audience, but to do great improv like what the two of you just did, character plus emotion. That's it. And by the way, that just made you like equals with a lot of people my, experience level. I'm not levels up. I'm just much more comfortable doing this. But you can do it too, just as easily. It's if you're willing to let yourself go there. So that's for you. Now, for directors in the room, there are a couple of prompts that I gave the actors. First one is, and most of them were to you, Inez, and I want to call this out because it's not a call out on you as the actor. It's really because we're just about to hit on something, and we've got to get there. So part of that was keep going, cut him off. And don't stop. Why? Because we're turning up tension. We're building tension, and there's going to be a response to tension. He's got to do something to respond to all of that you're giving him. So that was number one. The second one was there's something that you've known for a long time that you're going to say for the first time today.
Yeah.
We don't know what that is, and that's the beauty of improv for directors. Prompts that are open to your actors to be able to create in the moment will allow them to do things you didn't know were there versus, all right, now I want you to say this. It could have very easily prompted you with, do this now. And that's great when we're working with scripted material and we've got to stay on script. But if we're improvising, these are the kinds of prompts that you want. They're surgical and they're open to let characters feel their way through the material or through an improv, if you're going to use improv as a tool. Now let's talk about the tool. The tool itself, if you want, you can use it for character development. So we're going the prequel of this whole story, and we're finding out about their relationship ahead of time. Who knows? Maybe you want a flashback now. Or maybe you're thinking, all right, I got some other stuff that could get in here. Sorry to do that to you. But just for development's sake, now they know where they start, and they know how that first scene plays. It's much more informed. So I give you this. If you're going to be shooting a film and you're in pre-production and you're working with actors in pre-production, get them into rehearsal, get them some improv, get them on the stuff that's not on the script, just so they can flesh out who these people are and make them three-dimensional before they do it. In the old days, we would go and write out a bio for each character. And here's the problem with that. The bio is a cerebral process. This is a feeling process, which is flow. Flow means unconscious mind. You know the study that says we only use 10% of our brains? That's conscious mind. That's the stuff that makes sure this building stays up. We need that in life, and that planes stay in the sky. That's great. But when we talk about art, what makes us great artists is the unconscious mind. And that's that 90%. So to tap into that, use the improv to figure these people out as characters, and that way you're informed as actors as to what you need to do with scripted material next. Thank you. Hold on, we've got some other stuff. I want to make sure I'm great on time for all the other people. Is this thing still on? That sounds like a thing. We need to do, there's a group photo. I want to be good about all that stuff, so we've got to do all the photos and everything that need to happen now. So Brian, get ready. And Brian, I'll.
Oh, sorry, if you have any feedback.
Oh, there's your feedback scanner, code or QR thingy.
So many phones scanning it. Wow.
There's a couple.
Thank you. Perfect. And now it's fine.
And I'll take mics just so we get mics out of shot. I don't know if I can swallow. I'm a not happy person by nature. All right. Let's By the way, if you have any questions, I'm available. So while we're doing this process, when we have intermissions, feel free, ask all the questions you want. I told you we'll have a lot of Q&A time. Before we move on from this, and I think we have an intermission coming up, and Maria, you're going to be good with me about time because I'm bad on time. I'll run over, so please don't let me because I'll know when people have to start leaving. Any quick questions about what you just saw or this process before we move on to intermission?
You know what? When I was watching this, the one thing I thought in my mind is we as men are really good at saying something stupid. We really know, like, we are the president. And I think that was an opportunity missed, but something to learn. You know, and it's something you could just, like, you could be given, let's say, a car, nice and stuff, well, you back it up, and you hit a tree, and the tree falls on top of it, and then you take it out. I'm sorry.
But one thing I'll build off of that for a quick second, and thank you for that, Michael. There are a lot of things that are they're subtext. There's a lot of stuff that's there that we don't know. And there are some things that I guarantee you that Francis does that triggers Inez, that Francis has no idea is doing it. I say that from experience. I've been married twice, and I'm not getting married again.
Yeah, and she probably has suppressed anger too, from like probably past insults, and all that built up from probably spilling
Sure.
coffee. You know?
Right, exactly. There's all these little things that go into the process. So thank you. Awesome. Any other questions? Oh, we'll clap for those. Yeah. Any other quick questions? Yes.
I just want to ask Brian. Maybe I'm sorry. Maybe when you're doing this, I mean, you're writing these characters. I think Ines, she's supposed to be the mind gamer, like she's more intelligent. And in this rehearsal, I think you can work more on that, because I like when you were doing the directions like, hey, more aggressive. I mean, like, come closer. So in order to get a more rich experience, like the confrontation experience. So in my opinion, maybe I think it was wonderful, but maybe you can be more, I mean, you can be stronger in order, because you're more intelligent, and or you're a female, of course. You're more intelligent than men. But that's my as an audience, I feel like you get a little bit short, like, yeah, more stronger, but that's my opinion, my 2 cents.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Thank you. Yeah.
I'll share something from my day job really quick. There's IQ, and then there's EQ. And clearly, one has a higher EQ here, meaning Francis definitely doesn't have the higher EQ. That emotional intelligence isn't there, that self-awareness, all of that. And that layers into character. We don't want to see normal. I mean, when I produced reality TV, my job was to create TV. It wasn't to let you watch normal stuff. And so that was the big learning curve for me. I was like, I'm an art film type of guy. You know, I like those kinds of movies where, you know, paint's drying and they come from Sweden and we just talk about it. But not everybody likes that. And so part of that is, how do we see the best of something, but that has all of those deep layers in it? And that's what directors and writers get to do with what they write. But this is why this process is important too, because now your actors get into it. A lot of times there's a disconnect, and the disconnect between directors and actors is, I cannot explain all the things that are in my brain that are now connected to that page to now get into your brain. And so the EQ part of this, for all of my directors, writers in the room, which is hopefully everybody, is think about not just about the surface level of these people, but what lies underneath and what drives them from an emotional standpoint, the EQ, the emotional intelligence. Great question. Fantastic. I think we need to go to break. So I'm going to get us to break. All right, Maria says break. Let's take a break. How long is this break, Maria?
7 minutes.
7 minutes. All right, let's just call it a 5-minute break, because that's a Miami 5.
Thank you, guys.
Honor the slide. Honor the slide. It was Amy must honor the slide.
I always think of the people on the live stream, you know, like they have the different interpretations of how.
I live stream. I'm sitting right in front of me. That's great.
Hello, everyone. Can we kill the music? Let's kill the music. Like actually stop it entirely. When we don't stop it, they can still hear it on the live cam. No, claro.
Te dejo un póster o
Dámelo, lo dejo ahí a Nancy. Mejor. Listo. Muchas gracias. Can we click?
Yeah, I wanted to say quickly, like, you know, I think,
Perfect. Okay, I invite everyone to join us back. We'll begin with Sig.
All right, everybody, we're going to get back to it.
Hello, my people.
If I can ask you beautiful people to please come and sit back down in your beautiful front 2-row seats. Unless you're taking pictures, then you can stay in the back. I get that. Fantastic. So one of our wonderful audience members had to leave, but asked a really interesting question, which was about improv and using improvisation for specifically for casting, and that's fine. There's a lot of times where you have actors come in, they're going to audition, you give them sides, the sides don't give you a clear enough picture of whether or not this actor will work for this role, so using improv for that is great. However, when we talk about using improv in film, in addition to what we just did here today, which was kind of like doing a little bit more character development, let's think pre-production, but what happens when we use improv in production, and what does that look like? Sometimes, as directors and writers, especially when we write what we direct, we have a vision that is crystal clear to us. It's on the page, everything's there, we've got it. And then we're in the middle of production and it's not there. It's not working. Improv is a great tool, and this is why I suggest doing it in pre-production, because it allows you to become proficient at doing it with your cast already. So if you are in production and you have a scene that is not working, but you've got it in the can, at least enough to feel comfortable with it, this is where we can start using improv. And start using improv with the director actually helping our process of being able to guide our actors in the emotional direction they need to go in order to give this take a different level or a different direction, just to see what else is there. And in some cases, if you're that daring, if you feel like you've got it in the can, just let them improvise an actual scene based off of what those characters are feeling, and you'll be surprised. And again, we're not dealing with the old days. You're not buying film. You're not buying film stock. Film stock was expensive, and you got one shot at it, and you didn't know if it was all there until you developed it, and then you had dailies the next day. You can watch everything in playback. So, and not only that, forget playback. You already know you've got it. So you've got plenty of opportunity to just keep rolling and keep shooting. Use improv to do that, and I'll keep giving you some little fun tips and tricks. With that said, let's get our next director up here, or directors, writers. And we have David Hamzik. Am I getting that correct?
Yes, Hamzik.
All right.
Perfect.
David, I'm going to ask you to do this for us. If you can, just like what Brian did. Obviously, we know your name, but if you can, please give us a credit that you're really proud of. Let's get something that is interesting about you that we don't know. And what was the third thing that I asked? I told you my memory's garbage. Where are you from? Yeah, let's get the where are you from.
I'll start with that. I'm from Jupiter, Florida. I was born in West Palm Beach. I live in West Palm Beach now, but grew up in this area and spent most of my 20s in New York. So that's sort of where I've been hanging around while I've been alive.
Cool. Let's get a credit that you're really proud of.
Credit that I'm really proud of is a documentary I made called Where is Roger That? about a friend who was a fashion artist who ended up joining the army during COVID because he was so bored that he needed to test himself, and I thought it was really interesting. So, yeah.
Okay, David, I'm going to ask you just to give you some director notes here. These people all have that 100 million again.
Nice.
Yeah, don't worry about me. I've got $0 for you.
Okay.
So you need to talk to them. And
All
do it as the director that needs to be the director I want to invest in.
Okay.
So you don't have to sell us on you, but just be really good about making us feel confident in what you do. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so Sig is about a brother and sister post-death of their kid brother who had schizophrenia. So they had this really tough life dealing with someone that has a very, very, very intense mental illness. Now, they grew up in West Palm Beach. Just across the river is Palm Beach Island. It's some of the richest real estate in the world where the most wealthiest and elite people live. If you can get a little piece of that, like me growing up, I know people whose moms have been housekeepers, landscapers, even just a babysitter. The amount of security that could give your family and your livelihood just to be in with those people, just to be on their payroll, could change your life significantly. So the sister, she was an elite tennis player who had to drop out of college to raise her brothers. And brother's a deadbeat piece of shit, trying to quit drinking and drugs and all this. They're trying to get a piece of the pie over the river. The brother is trying to settle down with a woman who he doesn't love. He just thinks if he settles down with her, he can get a piece of the pie, and he could breathe, and everything will be okay. And the sister, who is out of her prime, is trying to compete again and land now that the brother's dead, and she doesn't have to fully be involved with taking care of him. She's trying to compete again. She's out of her prime, so she wants to try and land being a trainer or at least a coach for someone. So it all takes place mostly in one day, and it's them with their sights set on this fairy tale life that they can just get a piece of. But in reality, their day-to-day, they're dragging their feet and they're making things worse for themselves with this fantasy that they have. So that's where we find them on this day. They both wake up in their environment that they've put themselves in, trying to strive for this little goal that they have. And we just follow them throughout the day through the backdrop of a pretty rough neighborhood where I'm from, a street called Broadway. It's a lot of decaying, old, like fabulous-looking 1950s motels that are now pay by the hour. You can hear a gunshot maybe every other day. This is the environment that they live in. And if you just walk 2 blocks to the waterline, you could see, the Breakers Hotel or Mar-Lago or, a sniper on a buoy waiting for the president to go over the bridge. It's just a very weird, surreal place in our country. And so I want to tell the story of the people that, make that place and make that environment and that community what it is.
Awesome. I wouldn't be fair if I didn't ask you to do the third thing, which is tell us something interesting about yourself that has nothing to do with this art form.
Okay, so I wanted to be a pro skateboarder. I spent all my time skateboarding from 12 to 22. Most of my friends are professional skateboarders. They skate for Team USA in the Olympics. One of them skated for Puerto Rico. My life was very, very involved in that. I was sponsored. I traveled the world. But I always, ever since I saw Free Willy, I wanted to make movies. So that got the best of me at 22. Yeah. Once that whale jumped over that kid, I was like, dude, I gotta get in on this. So that ate away at me. At 22, I hung up the board and I started doing theater classes in New York.
So as long as a mammal is jumping something, you're in.
I'm in.
All right, cool. There's a reason why I ask directors to tell us something else about who you are, what else is interesting about you. I think it's really important for us to be able to like you.
Okay.
When you're pitching a project, I gotta like you. And it's really easy for you to just talk about the project, but it's very difficult for me to get a sense of who you are.
Yeah.
So and if I don't, I'm going to assume. I will read the cover of the book only for the cover of the book.
Yeah.
You just gave me a chapter of the book right there of you.
Okay.
And Brian, you did the same. And Diliana, AKA Dilia, you'll be doing that later as well. And why? Because I can like you now.
Okay.
And if I'm going to give you money, I better like you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right, because everybody's got the best project ever.
Yeah.
So with that said, I know that we've got a beautiful slide coming up. So and Maria's made these beautiful slides. So I want to keep these slides, you know, in their due that they get.
Ching.
Look at that beautiful.
Oh,
animation.
yeah.
Show that, please.
There we go.
Is there anything else you want to tell us about the setup of this? You already did the setup, but if there's anything this picture evokes that you feel we should know, what is that?
For me, when I grew up here, if I saw, this is my whole life. I hated this. I didn't like the look of this. I hated palm trees. We went to the beach every weekend. I was sick of that. I didn't want sand, blue. I thought everyone grew up in a place where there was like crystal clear blue water, and there like. So when I went to New York, I just wanted to be in a city. I started to miss all the things that I really loved about Florida, all the things that just went over my head as someone that was just like born into it. And that also gave me like a really good perspective of just like a lot of things in life in general. So when I came back to Florida, I wanted to start making films because, you know, you get wound up in the machine of New York. You end up just starting to work to pay rent, and it becomes harder and harder to get people together just on one day to make one little project. Takes forever. So I got a bunch of friends back home that are funny that aren't doing anything, and the internet was really popping off at that time where we could just release things on the internet and the whole world could see. So I came back to Florida and I fell in love with this, the bars on the window, the decay, you know, someone started to paint it but then forgot, and maybe there's like 3 different shades of yellow because they didn't know which one they wanted to do, and then someone bought that and they couldn't paint it, and there's so much going on that I just fell in love with all the little details of everything, you know, like hand painted. There's a lot of things in Broadway that are like the old 50s hand painted advertisements on the wall that they're now painting over gray or beige or some navy blue, and the whole South Florida is turning into like one gray square. And before it does turn into like this really shitty Airbnb lobby, I want to like capture a little bit of it. And every day I see a new building get torn down or a new thing get painted over where whoever bought it thinks that that's doing it some service or making it better. I want to just capture a little bit of it before it's gone, so when people see this film, it could be nostalgic or reminiscent of a time where they could feel like what it was like, what it used to be like in this town by the sea that had this unique little characteristic about it. So that's, yeah, I love all this. I love that whoever's working in here is going to be the coolest character ever. You know, like everyone's a character that you run into in these areas, and I love that, and I want to talk to them and showcase them as much as I can.
Fantastic. Yep. One little tip, if you're ever on a stage and you're either on a panel or being interviewed by a moderator, which does happen a lot for us filmmakers, look at your audience when you answer.
Gotcha.
Look at your audience, because otherwise we're just watching something versus we're in it. Get us in it.
Perfect.
So I give that to you. All right, David, let's get our actors up here, and I've already met Rick,
Hi.
but go ahead and say who you are again.
Hi, my name is Rick Mathey. I am the actor for David's role here. I am a full-time maintenance man.
I found him on these streets.
I'm one of the guys that he just said as a character. I walked in, I'm discovered. I like to say that this guy discovered me, and I'm a little late in this industry, but I'm a natural. They say.
Awesome.
Everybody tells me I should be up here and not fixing shit, but I fix shit. I fix good shit.
All right, next thing. David, are you playing the other part?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am, yeah.
Okay, you are. All right, so we need a narrator to give us some. I'm going to go with new people. You, Michael, unless nobody else wants to go, we're going with you, sir. All right, what is your name? Fede. Fed? Yeah. Or what'd you say, Fede? Yes. Fede. All right, let's give it up for Fede. Maria's going to get you set up. We'll get into stage direction. As for this scene that we are about to see while we're doing this piece, and Maria gets us there with the iPad. David, what do we need to know about this scene that is about to happen? If you can give us a little bit of a setup.
So Liam, who I'm playing, has worked for Rick, who's a maintenance man, and we just found out that they're maintenance men. Throughout the whole movie, we don't know what they do. We don't know if they're drug dealers picking up money, but it's very vague what they do. We find out they're maintenance men, and I just got caught by my girlfriend that this rich girl that I want to be with, that I've been lying about what I do for work. I told her I work in an office and that I have this really secure job. And she finds me out on the streets with Rick, who we've been bickering all day, catches me in a lie. He exposes the lie to her because he's sick of me. We get in a huge fist fight, and now we're in the bathroom recovering from that fist fight, and we have a conversation.
Okay. All right. Now, with that said, where in the movie does this scene
This
fall?
this is sort of the downward spiral at the end of the second act that's going to set us up for the rest of the third act.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. And I think we're getting you set up still.
Yes.
Got it. We're going to have some stall time here for you.
I'm going to be ambidextrous with this. I might drop this. Don't be alarmed. I'll pick it right back up.
Is it yours?
The password
It
is,
is, I don't care.
Password 777.
Remember that, guys.
All right. It's
Yeah.
like a casino.
Let's go.
All right. Okay. Here we go. Fede is going to get you started off. Let's give it up for Fede.
Let's go, Fede.
There you go.
All right,
Thank
Fede,
you.
if you can, get that stage direction going.
Okay. Gas station bathroom moments later. We see Liam and Rick from the POV of a public bathroom mirror standing in silence, both smoking a cig. Their faces are bloody. Their clothes are torn. The bag Amelia threw at Liam sits on the counter. Liam grabs the bag and rips it open. He takes out the black turtleneck long sleeve shirt. He looks at the turtleneck part. Then looks in the mirror and wipes the foundation off his neck tattoo.
That was just another fixer-upper.
He throws his shirt back in the bag. Rick is staring at Liam's vape on the counter. He shakes his head in disbelief.
Bro, you got a shitty weed leaf tattooed on your neck? You're a child. Growing up a little? Is that so fucking bad?
It's a clover, and I got it when my grandpa died.
That doesn't make me feel bad. Fire your tattoo artist.
I did it myself.
Begin flashback. Bathroom night. Liam is wasted in a disgusting bathroom at a house party. He's looking in the mirror, tattooing his neck with bloodshot eyes. A group of other lost boys watch.
Of course you did. Hey, it's for the better. Between your freckly ass skin and her red hair, that baby was gonna be hard to look at.
Oh, that's classic. Another ginger joke. Classic, Rick. You're such a fucking classy guy.
Yeah, look in the mirror.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Is there a lesson in there, Rick? Is there a
Liam
lesson in
looks-
this mirror?
Liam looks in the bathroom mirror and shrugs his shoulders.
I like what I see.
He looks at Rick.
You look so sad.
I don't think I could ever look at you the same again.
Oh, yeah? And how did you look at me before, Rick?
I don't know, probably my best friend.
Oh, my God. I love that. So soapy. Yeah, that doesn't make me feel bad at all. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's see. Let me look in the mirror again. You think the lesson's in there now, Rick?
He looks.
You're gonna regret every fucking word you say, dude. It's gonna eat you up.
That's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Rick squared some soap in his hand from the dispenser on the wall.
Don't bother showing up to work anymore. Oh, I mean, showing up late to work anymore.
Okay. Relax, Richard.
Rick whips out his pistols and points it right at Liam's face.
Relax?
Whoa, dude! Rick! Hey, come on. Okay, all right. Hey, I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Right on time, buddy.
You're done.
What, you're just going to replace me with all the shit that we got going on this week? Like, think, Rick. Come on, think.
Saturday's been working for me. I'm getting ready to replace your ass for when you planned your great escape. So, you're done.
Rick pulls the trigger.
No, I'm not. Jesus, Rick! What the fuck? Whoa, dude! What are you doing?
I've never once loaded this fucking thing. It's just to let motherfuckers like you know I'm serious.
Liam's speechless. Rick leaves the bathroom, slamming the door shut behind him. Liam is full of rage and sadness, but still can't help being himself. He screams out at the empty public bathroom.
Yeah, I bet you've been waiting your whole life to say that, you stupid fucking wannabe cowboy! Who's gonna help you on your horse every morning, bitch?
End of scene.
All right. Mike. All right. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Love the fact that you're standing up, that we get the action that goes with all the dialogue here, because there's a lot going on. It felt like it came alive there with that. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
Yeah, Rick, I'm going to start with you. I love that this guy is on the edge.
Yeah, I'm pissed.
Yeah, pissed, but
We just got to fight.
you know, get that.
And he's a shitty employee.
And here's the best part, though, is that there's a moment where this guy is trying to level set. We're trying to get things back in order. We just need things to get done, but then you get pushed over the edge. Liam seems to have a penchant in life for pushing people over the edge. That there is this, and it's hard because I'm calling you Rick and you are Rick.
Yeah,
so
it's fine.
It's Rick.
I mean,
But-
I do that. I know exactly what this guy's going through.
Yeah.
Assholes. Just don't work.
And can feel that. Now, the question that I have is, there's more here to Liam than meets the eye. And to do that, I want to jump back into this. So let's get your iPad down there before it does break.
Yeah.
Because I would
It's not mine.
hate for that to happen. That would not be fun, and it's not my iPad, so I would feel for you, because that's a nice one too. So we're going to jump back into this with some improv. And since you are you, here's the big question. Are you starring in this? Are you acting in your own project?
I wrote it that way, yeah.
He's a good actor.
No, and
Yeah.
it's not a question of like you shouldn't. It's a question of like good to know.
Yeah,
Because you're playing a lot of roles here and you're wearing a lot of hats.
Yeah.
So with that said, I'm going to talk to you as David and I'm going to talk
Okay.
to you as Liam.
Perfect.
Let's start with Liam. Liam, I know that there's more behind what's going on here, and that's what we're going to explore next. Now, David, how much of this person is in the rest of the script? All of the depth and all of the hurt and all of the, we don't act like this and we don't act out like this just because. How much of that is in the script?
For him to break down like this in the bathroom?
For us as
Yeah.
the audience watching this in the theater, how
Yeah.
much of this will we ever know?
So Liam, it's pretty much exposed here, and then we see the effect of him finally letting his armor sort of crack the rest of the movie. Leading up to this, he just acts like there's nothing wrong, even though he's being miserable and hard to deal with. But it's just, hey, nothing's bothering me. He has this little motive that he has to get on the other side of the river, and that's it. And it doesn't crack until he ruins that little thing that he thought he was going to have perfectly set up for him. But for the whole third act, he's got his tail between his legs.
Got it. Okay.
He's exposed.
All right, so I'm, just like I did with Brian, I'm going to give you some options.
Okay.
Option number one is to see what happens next in this bathroom. Option number two is something different, completely different, and it's really more about a character development and study piece, which is a moment alone for Liam. So whatever that setting might be.
Okay.
And think of more of a monologue.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I'll give you a third one. The third one is we're at a different time and place where Rick and Liam are together, and Liam has pushed Rick in a different way, because we just saw it this way, but I'm sure that this has happened before. So any one of those three, so you've pushed Rick before, what happens next, or the monologue? You tell me.
Okay. We could do something with interaction with Rick and Liam again, where it's pushed. It's just like the second time this is happening, or just one of the times that this is happening again. Okay, but in a different setting.
Different setting, different context.
Okay.
All right, cool. So this is not being late to work. This is another time that Liam really just pisses Rick off. And I'm going to do a thing called side coaching.
Okay.
So again, for my directors in the room, this is what side coaching is. Like I said before, it's surgical. I'm just going to say something really quickly. Don't look at me when I say it. Just hear it, use the note, go with it. If you probably have done this before in things that don't require sound, but obviously in this case they do. So when I give you that quick side coaching note, don't think about it, just do. See what happens next.
I'm nervous.
All right, we're back in the bathroom. We'll just say it happens in the bathroom again.
Okay.
That's okay, unless you want a different location.
Bathroom.
Got it, Rick.
It's
Rick
behind me. I can see myself in the mirror.
Sorry,
I'm on the bathroom.
It is.
Bathroom it is. I feel like, oh, you're digging it in the mirror.
No,
Got
whatever.
it.
No, you're the director. You say it.
No, that's if you wanted.
I'm bad at improv. I don't know what I'm doing.
No, everybody's great at improv.
I'm gonna try.
As long as you feel.
Try hard.
Don't worry
Watch.
about it.
I'm gonna try.
So let's talk about emotional platform here, because this would be really easy to assume. What's Rick's emotional platform? Meaning, what's the emotion that starts off in Rick in this scene?
For me, it would be frustration, but I don't think it's going to be at the level of like ending the friendship. I think it's the everyday frustration that Liam's been causing him that can lead to that.
It's this again.
Again with this fucking guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then let's get Liam's emotional platform. What is Liam's emotion at the start of this scene?
Liam feels like things have been working out pretty well with his girlfriend, and he's not going to be around much longer. So his work, the drive to work is really decaying and slowing down. He thinks he's going to be packing up soon. He thinks he's better than this now.
Okay. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And like we did with Brian, let's get an opening line of dialogue. It can go to either Rick or Liam. David, that's your choice. And you just say a line. Don't worry about it. It's 10 minutes in.
All right, cool.
So no context. So do you want to tell us what that line is?
I'm going to ask him if he saw the game last night.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see the scene in 3, 2, 1, scene.
Damn, did you see that game last night?
No, dude. I was working.
And the thing was like, Mike kept wanting to drink. So
No, dude. You were at home watching the game while I was working overtime with that toilet leak that we never fixed because you weren't around. Dude, again.
What time was that?
I don't know. You had one job.
Yeah, but what time are you doing the toilet leak? And
Like
where is
7:30, dude. It was
Did
an
you text
emergency.
me?
Yes.
All right, let's see. Motherfucker. What time?
Fucking guy. Just read your text message. Like 7:30. I just said it.
Oh, shit.
Rick, turn your back to him and don't look at him again unless...
This fucking guy, dude. I can't. I'm
All right,
over
we'll do
you,
that.
dude.
Look, when
Rick, just
we're
keep
off,
your
I'm
back
not
to
on call. It's like not like I'm looking at my phone. I'm sorry, dude. Okay, you texted me. I give you that. But
One more question. I gave you one more job to do.
What?
Did you call the locksmith for tomorrow morning? Fuck! I fucking knew
No,
it,
I'm
dude.
gonna call
I
him
fucking
right
knew
now.
it,
I'm
dude.
gonna call him
I
right
fucking
now,
knew, dude.
okay? I'll
I'm
call
done
him
with you, bro.
right now.
Every day is something new with your fucking ass,
do you
bro.
mean? You're
You're the worst
work after
employee
work.
I've ever had in my life,
When
dude.
did we ever decide
Oh
we were
my
gonna be
God!
on call?
Aren't you leaving?
We're
Aren't you
working.
leaving, dude? Don't you have some shit going on?
No, I'm just.
Liam,
I'm
there's
just fucking
something...
asking about the game, man.
Liam, there's
Fuck the
something,
game.
there's something you're about to say that you've never even told yourself.
And also, Rick, fuck, man. You said you're thinking about Saturday working?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, has he started yet? Because
I don't know, dude. I don't know who's fucking worse. You were that guy.
Amelia is moving to Boston, and I'm probably gonna fucking go with her. And
What?
I don't.
What'd you just say? Boston
It's just a
with that
handy-
girl?
Just a handyman job.
Dude,
You could find
bro.
somebody-
I don't even think that girl likes you, bro. How do?
No,
dude,
I don't.
bro, just go to fucking Boston. Go to Boston if that's gonna.
That's what I'm gonna
just
do.
get out of my
I'm
life.
gonna go
bro.
to Boston, and I'm gonna have a fucking great
All right,
time.
man. I
I'm gonna
hope-
be in a nice loft, high rise,
Okay,
overlooking
sure,
the little
sure.
bay there.
Sure,
it's
sure,
gonna be
sure,
so
sure,
fucking
sure,
nice.
sure.
Not sweating my ass off here anymore. Getting yelled at by you because I got to do every fucking thing because you don't want to hire anyone else.
I'm hiring Saturday, and I cannot wait right now because, dude.
Oh, and what do you think's gonna happen to Saturday when his
What?
Boston career takes off?
I don't know. It's gonna be better than this bullshit Boston girlfriend. Just go to Boston, dude. You're gonna be deadbeat in Boston, I bet.
Okay, I'm gonna leave now. Then what? You're gonna do all this by yourself?
I do most of it by myself anyway.
Bullshit, man. 7 o'clock. I'm in bed. I'm watching.
Dude,
the
it was
game.
shit all over the floor. I was punching it. You're watching what game? What game were you watching? Was it even important? Was that dumb baseball midseason game?
Yes.
Bro, nobody cares about that shit until the playoffs.
But you talk about baseball all day. You got
Oh
baseball.
my God, it's because I have nothing else to talk to your dumb ass about, dude. You're like an idiot. All you know is baseball.
I don't know anything about baseball. Everything I know about baseball is because of you, because you
Then
won't
you-
stop talking about baseball. That's all you do is
Well, I'm
talk about
glad-
baseball.
I'm glad I
Remember
talked.
when you brought me to the fucking minor league game?
That was
And you were like,
tight.
"Dude,
That was fun.
You turned me into an expert. I know.
I know. Baseball's cool. I like baseball.
Yes, it's cool. Okay, well, did you watch it last?
No, I did not. It's fucking shit.
I
Man.
know.
It was shit.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Well, I don't care if you're sorry, dude. I'm over you. I'm over you, and Saturday's coming in like Monday. So I'm gonna give you tomorrow off. What's it? I'm gonna give you tomorrow off. Get your shit together with your stupid girlfriend. Figure your Boston shit out, and call me in like a week when it all falls apart and you want your job back. And maybe then Saturday will piss me off by then.
And you'll hire me back as you can't.
Probably because my life fucking is a curse.
Rick,
I'm
you
stuck
won't
with you
talk
guys.
again for the rest of this scene. Just hold
Gotcha.
it back to him. He's on his own.
And I'm sure Amelia wouldn't appreciate you saying that she's stupid. You met her and you liked her. and
Can't
she
say
likes
anything,
you.
Rick. Back to him.
Okay?
Back to him. Don't
She
look at
likes
him.
you because you're a fucking cool guy, man, all right? And I'm not going to Boston tomorrow. It's going to take me some time to save up money for a ticket. And I don't know. I got to make sure for sure that she wants me to come, which I'm pretty sure she does. It's been pretty, a little, I'm not used to this, okay? And I feel like a little bit of happiness, Just, man, give me a break, dude. I'm mourning. Like don't you remember what just happened?
Say his name. Liam, say his name.
Don't you remember? Jake? Okay? I haven't even talked to my sister in 4 months. I don't even know how she's doing. I can't even look at her. I was so fucking embarrassed I didn't even show up to the, but if I say, hey, did you watch the game last night? Not expecting to get yelled at. I'm just expecting, hey, me and you are going to shoot the shit. Am I slacking off right now? Yes, I know I am. I'm sorry. My head has been in the clouds, and I don't fucking know, man. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm stuck in this life. Your life's a curse. My life's a curse. Everyone on this fucking side of the river's life is a curse. Maybe I just should be like you and just be happy with what I got.
Last line, Liam.
Grass is never fucking greener. You just grow the grass on your side and be happy with what you fucking got. That's what my dad always fucking said.
Scene. Cool. We've got improvisers everywhere. All right. See?
I do. I'm scared of that one.
Great. First of all, you need your own show.
Thank you. That's what they. I try to tell you. That's what they tell me.
I'm telling you.
They tell me, and they drag me
TV
into
and you
these things.
are made for each other at some point in your future. That needs
Sitcom.
to happen.
I try to tell them.
Sitcom, reality, something, documentary,
Love Island.
anything.
I'm all caught up.
All right. Okay. I love that you're talking as if those people are here.
These are here. They're here.
They're not.
They're here. They're here.
You never
You guys
know.
caught up with Love Island? Any of you guys?
No.
Nobody here? Losers. Losers.
They're-
That's my girl. That's my girl. Go Team Tansy.
So here's what I want to do now. David, I know that you were in this, so it's going to be hard to have, especially if you're getting into this.
Okay.
To have that ability to go back and rewind the tape in your mind and say, okay, what just happened,
Yeah.
and process that. What were one or two moments from this that really stuck out as like, oh, I didn't know that about Liam, or oh, Liam has never said this before, and I like this. I like what I just heard him say.
I think bringing up his brother's death, because he doesn't bring that up at all. Not that I've written. He's trying to not show that that's really affecting him. That's, I think, why he's running to escape so fast, and that's why his head is in the clouds.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to sit and talk about it. He hasn't seen his sister in 4 months. He doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't want to face it. Best thing for him is to just, in his mind, get a new life. Just, I'll deal with it later at some point. So when I said his name, I felt like, whoa, like this is a side of Liam where he's gonna expose himself and maybe be embarrassed to like show some emotion in front of Rick. But maybe that's gonna be healthy for Rick to see that, you know, he's not just a fucking hard-headed person, that he is going through some stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here, and I'm really happy that you chose that moment, because there was version 1 of that moment where you talked about my brother. Version 2 was, and you got this side coaching piece, say his name. And there's a difference between my brother and Jake.
Yeah, I felt that.
Yeah.
That was big.
That was seismic.
Yeah, when you said say his name, I was like, ooh.
Exactly.
It works.
And there's something there. And I give this to you because as writer-directors, and especially if you're acting in it, this is going to happen. That this is part of the curse of playing all 3 roles. You're going to miss stuff.
Yeah.
And so let's use this as a tool and an opportunity. 1, there's a greater depth to Liam. And even if it never gets put on the page, you now know what that felt like, and that needs to be in your performance, and you need to re-examine all of that dialogue, especially in that 3rd act, as to how much of that gets revealed, where's the depth in that, but also in the first 2 acts, how is that manifesting in other ways? Like, all of this other behavior is because of Jake.
Yeah.
And then the other part of this, and this is, and Rick, don't get too excited on this one, because I feel like I know what's about to happen here. You want to raise.
I want to say a word.
So here's the other interesting thing. We've got a character in Rick that would be really easy to keep 1 or 2 dimensional.
Yeah.
But a 3rd dimension to this character, and it happens a lot in really great films, is where we think one thing of somebody. We are just going by the cover of the book.
Yeah.
And then the minute Jake comes out of your mouth, all of a sudden this person may be a 3-dimensional person in your life.
I like that.
Yeah.
I knew you would.
I like that. That's important.
And the reason why I say that is because there are those moments where it's like, all right, I think I know what's going on here when I don't. And that's such an exciting thing for an audience to discover. And it's there's a depth to these people that is really, really fun. And I mean fun as a storyteller and fun as an audience member who gets to travel along this journey with these people in this time. So what I'm saying here essentially is this. You've got an opportunity to, 1, show us the depth of Liam a little bit more in everything that happens on the written page. And then 2, you have an opportunity with this character to say, okay, here's a breaking point, and this person who is constantly showing us a ton of crazy fun and crazy pissed actually has a heart.
Yeah.
And
do.
that's the thing, but that may be the thing that Liam needs, or maybe that's the beginning of the crack in the armor.
Yeah. Okay.
So food for thought. Maybe that changes things. Maybe it doesn't, but at least it informs you.
Yeah.
Questions?
Thank you.
Thoughts?
I thought that was fun, and I just want to say thank you. That was great.
Thank you.
Thank you for the
pleasure.
feedback.
Thank you.
This is why we're here. We're here to do the work. We're artists. We do this work. This is what, if we're not here to do this, why are we here?
Right. I drove all the way from Jupiter to do this because I want to do it, and do it here with you guys. Every time I get invited to this place, I have a great time, and it just helps me.
You would have been at Guanabanas today.
Exactly. Actually,
you didn't know I knew that.
No.
I thought we were
That's a
in
deep
Jupiter
cut.
a second.
That's a Jupiter thing.
Come to Jupiter, guys. I'll show you a good time.
It's a
That's
fun
funny.
place. Any questions, comments, thoughts, anything you have
No,
to wrap
you
this up?
gave me a lot to think about. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank
Really
you.
Awesome.
appreciate it.
All right, let's go to audience. One more time. While we have both of them up here before we go to photos and the next intermission, any quick questions, thoughts? Put it out there.
This
Going
watch
once?
costs $12, if anybody's wondering.
This dude needs a show. 2,
12
3.
bucks.
All right, let's do our. We'll do. Oh,
There's a quick question from our
question
live
from online.
stream, actually.
oh, live stream question.
Oh, wow.
Let's go out
Live
into the-
stream? I'm on
Hello,
stream.
world.
Twitch, freakyfry.com. I'm playing Elden Ring all night tomorrow and all night tonight and tomorrow. Freaky Fry, 2 E's.
Amazing. So
Follow me, please. I need it.
the question is, I was just told that I might choose to use comedians instead of actors for snappy timing-related dialogue in the future. Thoughts there?
Can you please say that
Yeah,
one more time? I didn't
one more
understand
time,
it.
but
Your
slower,
accent's
'cause I
really
wanna-
like
no,
it, but I couldn't understand it.
I got all of it, but I want to hear it again, and I'm going to repeat it.
Okay.
Thank you.
I was told to choose comedians instead of actors for snappy timing-related dialogue in the future. Thoughts there?
Yeah, it's a. At the end of the day, comedians, and let's not call them comedians, because if we're talking stand-up comedians or improvisers or theater people or film people with a comedy bent, so if you want to take like your A-list celebrities, Will Ferrell, let's go with Jim Carrey, they can show you their chops. We can go both ways. We can go drama just as much as we can go comedy. If we're talking about the witty back and forth, yeah, there's always going to be that there. Robin Williams is another great one. I mean, when you talk about the fastest of the fast, Robin Williams is super fast, but hey, Good Will Hunting, you know, written to get him an Oscar, and it did. So with that said, I will say this. I would never say no to that, but if you think that's going to be the end result, I don't know if that's necessarily the right way to go. That's going to happen when you cast and you see them actually audition. And your job as a director is to push. This is why, Brian, I made you push. And Liam, you know, you're up here doing all of this yourself, but when you start casting the rest of this, if you haven't already, you've got to push.
Yeah.
In the casting process, what you're looking for is not just, okay, I can see the character, but now can I push you? What happens when we go beyond? If I speed this up, if I say cut them off, if we get into, this is where improv will help you out. You'll see whether or not the processing speed of flow is there. And if it's not, then maybe that's not the right fit, but it also depends on the material. Some people really just don't have, you know, I know improvisers who are extremely gifted that cannot do emotional work. I know improvisers that are extremely gifted that cannot do cerebral work. So they can do this all day long, but they can't go and do whose line is it anyway style improv in front of you.
Oh, I'd probably be horrible at that.
Right. Well, hey, no, you don't know that yet.
I
Your
feel
brain
like
is
I
wired
would.
a certain way, and it comes easier. It's basically you've got one of the two.
But yeah, that's like apples and oranges. It makes sense.
But you can develop the other one.
Yeah.
It's just like you can develop your 3-point shot even if you just dunk all the time.
Right.
Right? So you can do all of these things. So to answer this question, it's all in the casting and how much you push as a director to see what they can do. You've got to step on their gas pedal or their accelerator, or you'll never know. All right, great question.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Picture time.
Thank you.
Picture time it is.
Let's take our
Picture
picture, David.
All right, I'll take Mike's just so that I'm in frame. And let's go to the slide that makes everybody happy, because Maria made that slide.
I appreciate you.
I know, because you get the wrong picture in there. Hold on, not this one, not yet. There we go. All right. Jump in with you.
And Fede, the narrator.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. But you start away so silently. You're like stealth-like.
We're all watching you.
Cool. Thank you. Okay, we have our last project coming up next. So I feel like this is a TV show now. We've been talking about TV so much, Rick. But we will have a 5-minute break. So we know what that means. It's Miami 5. It'll be 7. Mingle, ask questions. If you want to talk to me, I'm available. I'll be over here in this area. All right. See you in 5. Thank you.
Brought to you by Pepsi. Brought to you by Pepsi.
Brought to you by Pepsi, yeah. Yes, David.
I was thinking I've done some improv in classes, and when you were, this is the first time I see like this type of acting. I've done some theater and you do some
You got me yearning for you. You got me yearning. Oh, baby, you got me yearning. inside. I wanna move my body, baby. I wanna go and party, baby.
Okay.
You wanna stay inside. You wanna stay inside. I wanna move my body, baby. I wanna go and party, baby. But you wanna stay inside. That's alright. I'ma have a little fun tonight. I hope you don't stay up all night waiting on me. I ain't take your key. Pop out, come and stunt on me. When we going home.
Okay. We're gonna get started soon, my people.
Feeling yourself, you knowing what to do. Look at yourself, because I'm feeling you. You wanna stay in, but you deserve to be out. Shit.
Hello. No battery. Hello. Do we have more batteries around? Oh, maybe. Would you mind swapping this, please? Thank you. And then. No front row anymore. There's no front row anymore. I'm so sorry.
It wasn't like as dramatic as the script is, but
Perfect. I'm just missing one chair. Okay. Hello, everyone. It's me again. Wow. That just moved me. Thank you, guys. So, yes, we're back. Woo!
Okay, we're back. Aha! Look at all of these chairs up here. It's about to get exciting. Yes. All right. So I'm gonna, before we jump into this next one, there was a really great question, and it involved improv, and I'm gonna give credit where it's due. So Fede, stealth-like disappearance, but then stealth-like question during the break. So the question was, and for those watching at home, the question was about using improv in a way which we're doing here today that doesn't have much form to it. It's very open-ended, and that is by design. When we're playing with emotions, when we are getting rich characters to really feel in the moment, if we start putting cerebral waypoints, checkpoints into that timeline, then we run the risk of having them stop feeling and start thinking. And the minute they start thinking, they're going to become writers. And the funny thing about improv is, and what's so great about it, is that improv is able to defeat, more often than not, great writing. Why? Because it's in the moment. And as a writer, everything is not in the moment. We don't write in the moment. We may be in a flow state when we write, and we feel like, oh yes, it's coming out of me. But dialogue, what these people are feeling in the moment, and things that are reflexive or reactive that come out of us, which is what acting is, that happens in the moment. So there's a lot of times where we're doing improv and we're using characters that are rich, and we're giving them the ability to feel all the feels, and they say things and you're like, I couldn't have written that. I don't think I could never have come up with that. And it's because we're in that moment. So to have an objective, or to have an end point, or to say, all right, you know, you two need to fight at some point in this scene, or you need to say this, you know, I'm moving to New York in this scene, would be easy. And it would be fun. But the trap on that one is we just have put the puzzle in front of an analyst, and the analyst is going to try to analyze how to satisfy and solve the puzzle. Versus, I'm going to be an artist. I'm going to come out here, be a character, and I'm going to feel what they feel. And I always tell people this. I tell improvisers this when I train them to do this type of work, which you all are doing, by the way, and I'm not really doing very much. You're doing it. But it's simply this. When you go up here, you need to honor that character because that character has a finite life. When the scene starts, they are born. When the scene ends, they die. So you better make sure their lifetime is a great one. So, with that said, if you choose to incorporate improv, go for it, but let it be open, but let it feel. All right, with that, let's bring up our third project leader, writer, director, and not the writer or the director, the representative that is the wonderful Diliana Alexander. All right. I feel like I have like the game show host mic that's different than everybody else's. All right, so Diliana, I'm going to ask you to do, even though you are not the writer or the director, we still want to get to know you. So if you can, where are you from? Also, what is a credit that you are extremely proud of? And finally, what's something that makes you interesting that has nothing to do with this wonderful art form? And I'm going to ask you for perfect framing purposes and to make Maria happy, because Maria, you don't want to see Maria upset.
Right. I can respond about me, but also I know enough about Krista to also honor Krista, who is the writer-director of NARC. So, Diliana Alexander, I was born in Bulgaria, grew up in Canada, and I live here now. I moved here in 2009 when Miami still had a huge film scene, so let's bring that back. Okay, a credit that I'm personally proud of, the last a documentary that was supposed to be last for 1 year, ended up being a 6-year documentary, a 6-part series, and it was about the longest running death penalty case in Florida. And originally it was supposed to be a Netflix documentary, like who done it, kind of one of those. But because we kind of figured out who did it, like the guy was guilty, I'll tell you. You know, like I was saying. So ended up, Netflix didn't want it anymore, so ended up giving it to HBO. So ended up being like more of an HBO documentary series, and it's called Pablo Ibarra, The People versus Pablo Ibarra, or the Miramar murders, and it's a really fascinating story. The first murder ever caught on camera in Miramar in 1994. That's not war, basically. So it's a really fascinating story. So that's 2. And for Krista, so Krista is an accomplished author. So the way, actually, she was my teacher, our teacher, at Miami International University of Art and Design. No longer exists, RIP. But we still have our diplomas, luckily. So Krista is an accomplished writer. She was a screenwriting professor. This is her third young novel she had written. Now she has 8, probably. And it's called NARC, so that's like what the script is called as well. And I remember reading it because I wanted to read whatever my professor wrote, and I went to her book sighting, and I was like, okay, this is super cinematic. She writes very cinematically. I think this should be a script. And then what got me as in the script, which is you're not going to see today, but it's like an amazing chase scene that happens in the Everglades. And I was like, all right, that's like a feminist Michael Bay. Like you can do something really interesting with this. So that was like, oh, if somebody directs this, like not only it's like a really powerful story, but also there's like really fun actions that happen in it. So it'd be so cool to do this. It's fire. It's actually like that scene happens during Halloween, apparently, because I'm not from Miami. So I've kind of like learned a lot through her writing in her books, her being a Miami girl. Now she lives in Brooklyn, but she's like a homer. You know, she's been writing about Miami for a long time. Like what did the Miami kids do? How was high school in Miami? You know, like really magical things about like how, you know, girls would put little like geckos as earrings on her ears and they'll snap and then they'll stay there. And I was like, this is so cool. You know, like I didn't grow up in this, and then so basically apparently some high school students would throw Halloween parties in the Everglades, like big Halloween parties, and the way you would find out is word of mouth. So there's like a scene like that happens, but then like everything like like there's a drug dealer who is chasing them, and there's explosions, and the Native American, there's a fire. You know how fires are happening right now, so there's a brush fire that the natives have started in order to stop the fire, which is not allowed, but it's really the way to do it.
By the way, I have $0. They all have the millions.
Okay, sorry, I'm not a little kidding you anymore. So yeah, so that's how I got excited about Narc. So I kind of pushed it into writing, into a script. So that's, and then so I'm so glad that the script actually got chosen by the independent. I had nothing to do with this group of jury. And then something that you don't know about me, I think some people do, but I'm very kind of proud and not proud for the fact that before I was a film producer, I was a I was a raver and a techno promoter. So I used to throw huge raves, like 10,000 people raves in Canada in my early 20s. So that's what I used to do. Yeah, so.
Do you know anything about Krissa that is not film related, that is interesting, that we should know?
I do. I'm going to say something. I was thinking about this, and I'm like, what can I divulge? But I was going to say something that I think the script is somewhat biographical. So there's a character in the script called Scully, and then she is a wealthy kid that lives in a wealthy house, and then Krissa lived close next to a kid like that, so in high school. So that character is very much written from her perspective. So that was really interesting. Yeah.
Cool. So we've got a lot of chairs on the stage. Mm-hmm. And this is the opportunity now. Before we set everything up, let's get those beautiful people up on the stage, whoever those people are. I think we've got a better applause than that. Let's try it again. Who knew? This is like all the secret actors are here. I was like, okay, all these people are here very quiet, and they just came to watch. No, we didn't. We came to do. We will do. Except the two of you. Welcome. All right. So with all that said, I'm going to ask these two beautiful people that are sitting on the side, if you can fill in over here. It would be great to have an audience directly in front of our beautiful actors. It sounds like we're going to be, or looks like we're going to be passing a mic here, or a couple of mics. So I'll let you get set up. Now that they're all here, before we do anything else, let's get some quick introductions of everybody so we can clap it out and shout out for you.
How you doing? My name's Ivo Bernal.
Awesome. Woo. Thank you, Ivo.
Hello, I'm Cristina Angelica.
Hi, Christina.
Hi, my name is Brisa Gomez.
Brisa.
Hello, I'm CJ Ortiz.
CJ.
Hello, I am Nicholas Aguiar.
Nicholas!
And now I'm Fede. You know me from previous work as narrator.
Awesome. Okay, with that, Diliana, I'm going to ask you to set up, you've given us a little bit of background on this film, but if you can, please give us a quick little synopsis. Yeah, a little, not treatment, but a little something. I know it's up there, but if you can, in your own words, give us a little bit about this film, and then the scene we're going to see. If you can set that up.
So the project is called Narc, and it is about Aaron, who is the main character, and she calls him human wallpaper, somebody that disappears in the background. He is an outsider. He's a very smart kid. He's an artist, and he's very observant, and he's been watching from a side as part of this high school. It's a little bit of a breakfast club set in the now, actually written 10 years ago, so it's a little bit, technologically wise, it's a little dated that way, and I think, and I would say, so Aaron's sister gets pulled over, and the cops find marijuana in her pocket, so he takes the rap for that and ends up agreeing to being a narc in the high school that he goes to, and that's basically stages the conflict in the story. As there's of course a love interest, which is Morgan, and he has to infiltrate the cool kids, and Morgan is a part of this cool kid crowd, and he needs to, try to save his loved ones while he's also narking on his friends. What's happening right now? Oh, so he is, Aaron now knows that he has to infiltrate the cool kids, so he is trying to figure out how to do this, and this is someone that's very shy, so you can see him trying to kind of wedge himself in there and starting with, and in the as he does that, showing that he's a clever, funny kid, and he should be really a part of the in crowd, but he has never been, he's never really had the guts to do that.
Thank you, Diliana. All right, fantastic. I think we need a narrator for this one, or do we have one on stage? So, Fede, you're going to like self-narrate? Okay.
Yeah, I have like
Okay, if you feel like you've got it, then wonderful.
same script.
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's not the same.
Yes, that's the one.
Okay.
And would you mind?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So anything that we need to know for an emotional platform for any of these characters that they should know as they do the read on this? Just so that way they're informed, and otherwise I'll pause it, and we, like what we did with Brian, and we can stop it and do any course correction if you feel like we're a little off.
Should I address each one?
Yeah, if you want to. We got a lot going on here, so yeah.
Okay.
And if you can, look at each person and call them by the character name, please, when you talk to them.
So, Mr. Pitkin, he's the teacher, the high school teacher. That's a tough job.
You are.
You are the high school
Yeah.
teacher. That's a tough job. Are you doing your job, or are you overstepping what you're supposed to do? This is something for you to decide. I think you're Brad? Nolan.
The special ed kid.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. So you're Nolan. Nolan is a really smart kid that maybe gets overlooked by the rest of a lot of his colleagues, a lot of his high school students, because he is a special ed kid. Aaron?
A quick thing I'm going to ask you to do for me, starting with Mr. Pitkin.
Uh-huh.
Pitstick.
Pitstick, sorry,
I should know this.
I'm
all
trying
right.
to remember them too.
Yeah, names and me are not friends.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Pitstick, what's that emotion at the beginning of the scene? Just to inform.
Not again. I have to make sure that these kids behave, and so I can get through my class.
Like a one-word emotion.
Here, okay, one word emotion. Annoyed.
Great.
Okay.
Let's move on to Nolan. What's Nolan's emotional platform, that one-word emotion?
One word emotion. Fun.
Fun. Okay. All right, and we move on to our next character.
Love. That's Aaron, by the way. Okay, so Aaron is the main character.
Aaron, you are.
You are the main character. You are now trying to get noticed by Morgan and by Scully and by Brett and infiltrate their inner circle. And also you have a big crush on Morgan. And then you have to figure out how to get information out of them, but also you want to be liked by her, especially. So love.
Okay. All right.
You're Scully? Okay. Scully, you have it all, like you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, but at the same time, you don't know if people like you. So you want to be liked. Can that be an emotion?
That's perfect.
Okay. You want to be liked. Okay. Morgan, you're an artist, but also you're gorgeous, right? So that there's a push and pull, and you are you wanted to be a ballerina, or your mom pushed you into being a ballerina, but that didn't really pan out. So you kind of lost. You don't know what the future holds for you, but you're not happy in the place you are, and that shows through. Art helps, but also shows through some of the different expressions that you're doing. So your emotion is hope. Let's go there. And then Brad, you also have a crush on Morgan. You also want to be liked by everyone, like a lot of everybody in high school, right? You also don't know where you're going, but you think you are awesome regardless. But I think that your emotion is vulnerability.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that. All right. So with that, we're going to jump into this, and take that emotional platform direction and let's run with it. All right, narrator / Mr. Pitstick.
School hallway. Morning. Aaron marches through lonely corridors. Sunlight streaming into his eyes. Girls huddled in corners laughing. Shoulders bumped against him. Nobody cares. Boys' bathroom. All the faucets blasting. Aaron hunched alone, head in hands. Slowly he lifts to the ceiling. Classroom. Aaron sits alone, doodling marijuana leaves on his desk. Face stare. He slumps a little lower. No escape. The leaves scatter and form a note. Let's get high. Then shift back to normal. Mr. Pitstick, middle-aged history teacher, waddles over. Aaron, what are you doing?
Spreading beauty.
Students laugh. No, you're destroying school property, and for that, you just got yourself a detention. Mr. Pitstick walks away. Aaron smirks.
Double-sided.
Sorry about that.
Okay. Saving some trees.
Good. School detention. A few students, including Aaron, slouch at their desks. Aaron carefully unwraps his sandwich. He keeps his eye on the other kids and doodles his notebook. A phone rings, obnoxious Ed Klum tune. Jessica Torres, better known as Scully, a pink-haired girl with a reverse mullet, party in front, business in the back, fumbles with her phone, blooping each time she pushes the button.
Call you later.
Mr. Pitstick hustled down the aisle. Scully almost slides under her desk like nobody's going to notice.
Listen, dingle brain, you have to check it 3 times a day. Did you eat candy again? What the hell is wrong with you? Do it yourself. Use the flash lancing thingy. Yeah, the one with the see-through cap.
Mr. Pitstick snatches the phone out of her grip. He walks to his desk. Yanks open the drawer, dumps her phone in there with the rest of the contraband. Phones, gum, cigarettes, condoms. Mrs. Torres, cellular phones are not allowed on school grounds. He struts towards the front of the classroom. Scully jumps up and follows him.
My little brother locked himself out of the house. He's got diabetes.
Rules are rules, Mrs. Torres. Mr. Pitstick slams the drawer shut. Library. Aaron crashes through the double doors. Rain dribbles through the ceiling and pings into buckets on the floor, splashes some of the books on the shelves. Aaron passes by the librarian, a middle-aged man with thinning hair slouched behind the desk, strumming an unplugged guitar. A couple of kids are hanging out at the tables, definitely not going to do any schoolwork. Aaron finds a table near the action. He sits down with his notebook. At the table near Aaron sits a cute, dark-haired girl with bangs so thick it's a mystery whether she can see anything in front of her. She's frantically doodling in her sketch bag. Aaron scribbles her name, Morgan Baskin. Morgan's sketch bag says tropical monster, beaches, lonely palm trees, a poem in a bubbly handwriting, and eyes dotted with hearts.
I grab the blade and carve the skin which no longer feels normal, drowning in those faces who try to catch me. The current's just too strong.
Morgan's voice loops as Aaron checks her out. She's cocooned in a long sweater, skin hat, and hand warmers. She kicks off her sneakers. Aaron gawks at her misshapen toes, thick with calluses. Morgan blows her bangs off her face. She looks up. Their eyes meet. A flurry of stars glisten through the library. Morgan smiles at Aaron. Brent Campbell, wannabe player with zero street cred, slams himself into the desk next to Morgan. He licks her cheek.
Gross!
Morgan pushes him away. Brent grabs her drawing and holds it up. It's a self-portrait, anime style.
Were you high when you drew this?
She snatched it back.
I refuse to answer.
Brent rips out a page and scribbles rap lyrics.
Stick to taking pictures. So I finally got Adobe and it's so much better, especially Photoshop. Not sure why anyone's still using film.
Yeah, well, for your information, I'm in advanced photography next semester.
Purely analog, Aaron snaps his notebook shut.
You know, my dad was a photographer in the Air Force. He used to take these really dramatic shots, you know, National Geographic stuff.
Brent and Morgan look up.
Who are you?
God, you sound paranoid. That's Aaron Foster.
She turns to Aaron and studies him intensely.
Used to? Oh, I'm really sorry. Are you a military brat?
No, yeah, I was born in a base in the Azores. You know, these little islands off of Portugal? No?
Brent glares at him. Aaron scrapes back his chair, grabs his notebook and backpack, and plops himself beside Morgan. Morgan touches his arm. Her fingers burn a glittery heart into his skin.
What's it like there?
Pretty weird. My parents used to play golf near this extinct volcano. The sand on the beach was black.
That's so amazing.
Morgan touches Aaron again. Her fingers burn a smaller heart next to the bigger one.
So, Scully's house party. We going?
I'm going.
Brent grabs Morgan's sketchpad and rips out her self-portrait.
You only draw skulls and shit. All your drawings have whack proportions. Get a magic marker and make the necklines thicker. You need shading. What are you thinking?
Morgan snatches the drawing. She crumples it into the trash, then storms out, slamming the door so hard it rattles. Brent follows. Rainwater pings into buckets. Aaron gets up and digs Morgan's drawing out of the garbage, smooths it over, crams it into his backpack. Hallway, Aaron shoves past bodies. Everyone's in stampede to get out of there. In the classroom, lights off, row after row of empty desks. Aaron yanks open the desk drawers and finishes out Scully's rhinestone-studded phone. He flips the phone open, scrolls through the contact list. Ace, Bubba, Charro, JJ, Yo-Yo. He shoves it in his backpack. In the hallway, Aaron rushes out of the classroom and crashes into someone. He looks up. Scully.
Watch where you're going.
She stares at him.
What's your name again?
Aaron, with 2 A's.
Ugh, that's the worst kind.
A phone rings and rings. Where is it coming from? Aaron's backpack. Scully blinks. Aaron pulls her to the side, wipes his palms on his jeans. He digs out her phone.
I believe this is yours.
Holy shit. You did not steal this back from me, did you?
Okay, I didn't.
The phone rings again. Both of them crack up. Scully grabs the phone and mumbles into it.
That's insane. You can't use it now. Just throw it in the trash.
She hangs up, crams the phone in her bag, and pulls out a package of rolling papers.
My little brother left his insulin bottle outside. I told him to always keep it in the fridge. Pretty sure he does it on purpose. You got a light?
Aaron reaches into his bag and takes out a matchbox, slices it open. All the matches are burned.
Damn, why don't we just put the used matches back inside?
I do the same, dude.
Aaron strikes the used match, it lights. Just like magic. Scully's eyes pop out.
You got special powers or something?
Something.
Scully walks past the wall of lockers. Aaron follows.
You know a lot of people in Palm Hammock.
Who told you that?
Nobody, I just figured. You've been here forever, right?
Don't remind me.
Mr. Pitstick, wearing a bike helmet and reflective vest, marches through the hallway. No smoking on campus, Mrs. Torres.
Jesus, you scared me, dude.
Scully's phone rings loudly. She hides her phone back in her backpack. No smoking on campus, I said. She tosses the cigarette and stumps it out. Scully and Aaron gawks at Mr. Pitstick as he walks away. The phone rings and rings.
He must be deaf or something. What's wrong with him?
Let's love affair with booze.
They laugh. She walks away. Aaron pulls out his notebook and scribbles Jessica Torres in large letters. Smoker spit. Class is over. Freedom. Aaron trudges through the crowd. Nolan Special ed kid in a wheelchair salutes him.
Greetings, Earthling. How's the time machine?
Still working on it. Need more plutonium.
Aaron thumps Nolan's back. He keeps walking. In the football field, Aaron walks across the field searching. The lights around the goal posts click on, one by one. Morgan is huddled on the bleachers wearing gigantic headphones popping to the beat. In her hand, something glistens, sharp and metallic. She pulls up her long skirt just a bit above her knees. Slow, careful strokes. Aaron stares. Morgan pulls down her skirt.
Are you a spy?
Bond? James Bond?
He walks towards her.
There's this book I was obsessed with as a little kid. This girl, Harriet, goes spying around, just watching everyone. When the people find out...
What's your name again?
Morgan. Baskin, like the ice cream company. But no, I'm not related.
A series of shots. Morgan licks an ice cream cone surrounded by mounds of whipped cream, same tropical colors as her doodles, dripping grotesquely yet playfully.
You never know. Maybe they're the lost cones.
What?
Your family tree.
They both laugh.
I doubt it. My family tree is suffering from root rot. We're in the same history class, right, Mr. Pitstick?
Yeah, that guy's a douche. He busted me today.
For what? Cheating on the quiz? For the record, everyone did. Brent sent me the answers.
No, for doodling.
Oh. God, he should have thrown you in Supermax. I bet you'd look good in an orange jumpsuit.
Orange isn't my color.
Is it anyone's?
Morgan blows the bangs off her face. She pulls out a pack of rolling papers.
You smoke?
Not cigarettes.
Gotcha. If you're looking for bud, talk to Jessica.
Morgan plugs herself back into the headphones. Screaming music leaks out.
You mean Scully, right? You're going to that party?
Yeah. Maybe. Turn around.
She rips a page of her sketch pad, slams it against his back, and scribbles on it.
I'm done now.
Aaron turns around and Morgan hands the paper to him. Between her doodles, she scribbled a row of digits, along with her name, the I dotted with a heart.
I'm out like sauerkraut.
She clumps down the bleachers.
Take it easy.
Aaron waves awkwardly. He sits on the bleachers, watches Morgan unlock her bike and zip into traffic. He takes out his notebook and scribbles, Morgan Baskin. Then he draws a star next to her name. End.
All right. All right, so we've got a lot going on here. Let's talk about this for a quick second. So, and I know that we need to get you a mic. Oh, you have it. Even better. So, Diliana, in seeing the scene after having their emotional platforms, does this feel where this scene is in terms of the ear of the writer?
If I were to, I feel that yes, but
Okay.
also I think we can play.
Okay. Yeah. No, there's definitely a lot of room for play here. Yeah. And I'll ask you this. I know I could say stuff, but I think it'd be better coming from you. Who should we isolate for an improv scene right now with this?
Morgan.
Morgan, okay. And?
Either Morgan or Scully or Morgan or Aaron.
Okay. You get to choose. You get to choose.
You choose, because I'm curious on what you would choose.
Actually, yeah, let's go with Morgan and Aaron, and then we'll get a Scully in there as well. Okay. We'll figure it out. Okay. All right, so thank you for all of our actors being up here, and we'll go with these for now. But I'm going to try to, if we have the time, I'm going to try to get to everybody. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that mic's gonna have a problem up there. Do you need my mic or? We have another wireless. Perfect. Okay.
Yep.
So, Morgan and Aaron, I'm gonna ask you to jump up on stage for us. And before we get to you, I'm gonna talk to Diliana about this. So Diliana, let's get into where we can go with this next. And we can either see what happens next with these two characters, because we don't have a before, because they're just meeting.
Okay.
So we don't have anywhere to go ahead of time, but we do have a lot of opportunities for the next. And if you were to pull out, what would be a natural location or time, or both, that we can see these two characters that is not script related? What would that be?
A natural location. Let's say it's like Little River, galleries,
Okay.
gallery district.
Okay. So we're at a gallery. Are they meeting there, or is this something that happens by chance?
Let's say it's something that happens by chance. It's an artist party at one of the galleries, and Morgan knows them, but Aaron kind of waltzes in uninvited, but also trying to belong.
Okay. Next question is for them, their emotional platforms, that one word emotion that we can give to each of them. With Aaron, please tell Aaron that emotional platform.
I would say, I would say nervous and cheeky.
Okay.
Is that a good starting point?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
And then for Morgan?
And Morgan is bored, but looking for to be entertained by something.
Okay. Now we're going to be thrusting into the middle of the scene. So let's go with the emotional platform from that time frame. Once Morgan is there with Aaron, what's that emotional platform?
So Morgan is, it's something new to do. So it's she likes him. Well, she's already met him, right? Like that's
Yep,
what it
they've already
established,
met.
right? They've already met. So she obviously she's intrigued by him. So she is pleased that he's coming to the party, and then she can talk to someone new. She's bored with where she's at.
Okay. Fantastic. All right. With that, I'm going to ask you to give an opening line, and nothing too specific, but really just captures the emotional feeling of the moment. Remember, 10 minutes into the scene, so we're not going to get a beginning line. It's going to be a middle line.
So even though he's uninvited and he didn't think he was going to be there, you can say, "Oh, you're here. I'm glad you came," or something along those lines.
Glad you came.
Glad you came.
We'll go with glad you came. Fantastic. And for this one, I'm going to ask you both to turn your backs to each other, please. And take 3 steps forward, each of you. And then I'm going to yell out 3, 2, 1, scene. When I do, you're going to walk very slowly backwards. And when you bump into each other, that's when the scene will begin. 3, 2, 1, scene.
Cool. I'm glad you came.
Yeah, I guess I did. This is the place, right?
Yeah, it's something.
Who invited you here? Did you just decide to come, or?
Oh, my mom knows the owners and.
Your mom. Like, how does she know them? Are they like friends or whatever?
She's a painter.
Oh, she's a painter.
Yeah.
Oh, like what kind of art does she do?
She does like really abstract art. She loves playing with like colors and just splashing things around. So.
No, okay.
What kind of art do you like?
I don't know. I'm more like into impressionism, neo-impressionism, like Monet or Seurat. You know that one painting in the Chicago Art Institute.
I've never.
You never been there?
No, I've never been. Have you been to Chicago?
Yeah, I've been there twice. How you never been to Chicago? It's beautiful.
Aaron, talk about the Seurat painting in great detail and with all the emotion that Aaron feels about it.
Right. So okay, so this painting in the museum, it's called something on the aisle on a Sunday morning, and what's interesting about this is that it actually has an optical illusion where think of it as kind of like a scientific experiment that the painter did, which I don't remember much details about it. I learned this from my.
It was your favorite, but you don't remember.
Hmm?
It was your favorite, but you don't remember.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of like my favorite painting.
What's
but
your
I don't
favorite painting? You just said kind of.
Oh, my favorite painting. It's Nighthawks by Edward Hooper. You know, Hopper or Hooper? I don't know. But
So what are you doing here tonight?
I don't know. I'm just here to vibe. Like, just I don't know. Just looking around to talk to people. You?
Yeah, I came to see the art, but it's not really good this time. But did you come to see me?
I don't know. Did I? Did you come to see me?
No. I didn't know you were. I didn't know you were gonna be here, but I'm happy. I'm happy that you're here.
Well, I was gonna say like, I guess we're on the same page. But yeah. You know, I'm just really happy that you're here, honestly, and that I'm here all too, because like.
So tell me what it was like to be, you know, like you lived in a lot of different places, right? Because of your dad?
Yeah, it was, I mean, it was kind of like a mission, some switch up of missions, like whatever he's been doing in the army or whatever. But yeah, we would just like, it was just like.
That's so cool. I've only
yeah.
been to like Key West.
Transferred into different schools and such, and it was like a lot of money. It's just been drained out of the window. And
Morgan, ask him what you've been dying to ask, and no filter. Just look in his eyes. It's there.
Are you okay?
What do you mean?
Ask again.
Are you okay? You're always so quiet, and I mean, I'm not okay. So I'm just wondering if someone around here is okay.
Ask the question again, Morgan.
Are you okay? Because you can talk to me. Why is that so hard for you to answer? Just, are you okay? It's a yes or no.
It could be better. I don't know.
You don't know? You just don't know anything?
Not really. It's like so much shit that I've gone through, so.
Okay, well, I came here to see art, and like it just sucks because there's nothing real. And so I thought when I saw you, we could like have a real moment. But it just seems like you don't know. So I guess.
No, I'm sorry. I mean, it's me sometimes.
I don't.
I don't like being around people sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really like being around too many people either. That's why I like coming to these places, because you can just like see art by yourself and you don't really have to talk to anyone.
Aaron, say what you feel. Look into her eyes. Say what you feel to those eyes.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just like you're in the zone when you're in these places. I mean, you just want to like immerse yourself in these works of art.
No, yeah, I get it.
I mean, you feel what the artist feels, but they don't feel what you feel.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's like really cool where you can see a painting and it kind of feels like it was like made for you, or you listen to music and you hear the words and you're like, wow, how do they know that I'm going through that?
Yeah, like, what do you what do you feel when you look at these paintings?
Look at his eyes when you.
Less alone. Like maybe they have been through what I've been through, and
then it just feels like, you know, you're at home.
Yeah.
Last line.
That's how I feel most of the time.
Scene. Took a while, but we got there. Yeah. Juliana, I want to go to you first. What are you thinking as you watch this?
I thought so much of the truth of the essence of the script came by the conversation of just where the location was and how they went with the improvisation. I feel that the story would really benefit from that, or from an improv, in-depth kind of digging.
Yeah, it was really, really interesting to see the evolution of this scene, because it did kind of start in the beginning, from that bumping in. So now, which is good, because now we get to see what happens when you get exposition. It's like, get to it already. And if this were a scene in a film, and we shot this entire scene, 2/3 of it is on the cutting room floor. It will not be there. It's going to be gone. We just don't have time. We're not doing a director's cut. And most of the time, director's cuts suck anyways. Just be honest. It's gratuitous. But I will share with you this. Your strongest moments were when there was eye contact and the lines just happened. And you could feel that versus, there was a lot of stuff in this art gallery. Yeah, but the minute it became about the two of you, the art became the metaphor for the relationship. And really, not even for the relationship, for each of your characters as individuals, and how you're finding each other through art. We're finding each other in this art space. So, really interesting. What was the strong moment for each of you? And I'm asking this because I think it's important for us to hear from actors too on this one. So, Aaron or Morgan, whoever wants to go first. We'll go first.
yeah, I agree. It's definitely when we were connecting, and there was not a lot of time to just think about anything, and I think the scene got more vulnerable.
I feel like, to add to that, I feel like when the whole scene started to get vulnerable and like deep is when she started to ask me like repeatedly like what do I like how am I feeling, or what do I feel, and I'm just like hesitant to answer. And
Are you okay?
oh yeah, that's what she asked. Am I okay?
Yeah, because I think Morgan has seen Aaron around and like seen that he's quite interesting, more introverted than like the jocks and like the kind of people I hang out with, and just curious what his deal is.
Yeah, and it felt honest in that, and the reason for that prompt, by the way, is it was already there. It just wasn't coming out. lot of times we leave things in the background that really need to get out there. So by asking the question, and then the next prompt was ask it again, and ask it again, was to build the tension and not let him off the hook. He was squirming to get out of that answer. And if you let him off of the hook, it totally destroys the tension of the scene. There's no more tension here. And a big part of what we see in our written work is how are we building the tension? How do we increase tension? And then once we raise all these stakes to the highest possible point, if we release tension, or if we double down and just keep ratcheting up more tension as we build to a bigger moment. This is that opportunity, and she's got that power, by the way. She displays that in the script. I've read the script.
Yeah, it's like if she's like starting to dig deep into my soul and like find out like I guess like who I am, like she's just like starting to open the book that's been in the back of the library for so long. I don't know if that's like a good metaphor, but
Yeah, and I'll say this, and a book that wants to be read.
yes, a book that wants to be read.
Right, because I can say this as a fellow former introvert.
Yeah.
That there were so many times I wish somebody would have said something to me just because I wanted my book to be read.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have the power to do it myself.
I want my story to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the whole premise of this.
Awesome. We've got the time to do it, so I'm going to ask us to do this. Incredible work. Thank you both. I'm going to ask you to pass your mic to Scully and to Evo, but your character's name.
Brent.
Brent. Okay. Yep. And I know it's supposed to be, yes. Woo! I know it's supposed to be Aaron and Scully, but I want to see these two. I want to throw this mix together because I feel like this is going to be a good matchup. So Diliana, I'm going to ask you to fight. Mortal Kombat. All right. So who has a meeting? All right. So Diliana, I'm going to ask you to do this for us again. If you can, let's go with the setup here. These two characters, they know each other. So are we going back in time? Are we going forward in time from where we just left off?
We're going to go forward.
Okay.
It's going to be one of those epic parties at Scully's house that she throws when her parents are away.
Okay. Oh, wow.
And it's packed with people everywhere, like underage kids drinking alcohol, like all that stuff.
Never did that.
And Brent is there, and he has, he loves brands, right? So he's got his whole fit on, like that looks really great, and he's there to conquer, meet girls, but also look cool, be admired, and then like.
What's Scully?
Scully has, let's put it this way. Scully has a crush on Brent and doesn't want to admit it.
Okay. All right. Emotional platforms for both, please.
Brent, he's there.
You are.
Brent, you're there to impress as many people as possible. Scully, you are there to make sure he likes you.
Do we have a line to start off with? Or?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I didn't. I'm not. I was like, I didn't. I forgot about it too.
My mic is dead. We need an opening line. I'm just doing this for the folks at home. So, what would be the middle of the scene line?
Well, sorry. So you want to jump on the DJ decks? So what record should I? What records do you have?
Let's get something more nondescript,
Okay.
just so that way we don't end up in a little mind vacuum here of trying to play the puzzle. No. Anything you want, just something that is not about doing anything, something more about a feeling.
Can it be okay? So let it be about Aaron. Why is this kid? Why is Aaron here?
But that's gonna. Let's
throw
get it
it?
between these two.
Okay, got you. Okay, so
Or
I'm
why are
stuck.
you here?
Why is he here? Oh, but
Either one.
okay.
Does that work? Or
Sure.
let's find
Why
a
are
better
you
one.
here? Mhm.
Why are you here? All right. And I think we've got some context here. For this one, we're not going to bump into each other. What I'm going to ask you to do is just start staring at each other in 3, 2, 1 when I say that. And then I'm going to say, you can speak now. And that's when you can say that opening line, whoever says it. And then we'll see where this goes. Just make eye contact. Mics to mouths too, just so that way everybody hears. All right. 3, 2, 1, scene. Don't say anything yet. Now that we've done all of that, let's find the stillness of it and let only the eyes do all of that action. You can speak whenever you like.
What are you doing here?
What am I doing here?
Yeah.
It's an open invite.
I did not invite you.
You invited the entire school, therefore I'm invited.
Sure.
You're acting all mad. You're happy I'm here.
Why would you say that?
Why?
Yeah.
I've seen the way you look at me.
I think that's just your imagination.
No. You're jealous.
Of what?
Of Morgan.
Why would I be jealous of her?
Because she has me and you don't.
I think you have Morgan, but I'm pretty sure Morgan does not like you.
I wouldn't say that.
I would say it. I think you're a bit delusional, man.
I'm delusional.
Oh, yeah.
So you're saying I'm making up the fact that you've been staring at me from afar whenever me and Morgan in the library the other day, we were arguing. I snatched your sketch pad and you looked up. You were there in detention.
I stare at a lot of people. It's my thing.
You could stare at Aaron. You could stare at Morgan, but you stared at me.
Did you not listen to what I just said? I stare at a lot of people. That includes Aaron and Morgan. And maybe I looked at you just a little bit, but that doesn't mean anything.
But
Brett, move closer.
But you didn't.
But I didn't.
But you did
Closer.
not.
I think you wish that I stared at you.
You're saying that I wish you stared at me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're that typical jock that thinks like every girl is in love with them. Grow up.
Because they are.
Again, back to that delusion.
Delusion. What's not to love about this?
More like, what's everything to hate about this?
Hate? You saying you hate these muscles? You hate these eyes?
You just continue to prove my point about the whole jock stereotype. You feel it to a T.
I don't think so.
I think so.
Mm.
Okay, I'm done with you at this point.
You're done with me?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure.
So you're saying that if I leave this party right now,
Uh-huh.
go in my car and drive away,
Mhm.
you're not going to follow?
Why the fuck would I do that?
Because you want me.
Is that what you tell every girl?
You did the thing?
What thing?
You scratched your mouth. You always do that when you're lying.
You don't even know me, dude.
We've been in the same school for the past elementary, middle, and now high school.
Wait, so you've been stalking me all this time?
No, I pay attention.
I think someone has a little crush on me.
And so what if I do?
So what if you do?
So what if I do?
Is that why you came to this party, even though I didn't invite you?
Maybe.
Interesting.
Oh, now you're walking away?
Don't say anything to him.
It's
just
my party.
walk away.
You're walking away? Scully. 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 Okay. I'm going to leave now.
Okay.
I'm walking away.
Bye.
And if I turn around and leave, you're not going to follow me, okay? Bye, Scully.
The only thing that'll make her turn around is how you really feel about it.
So what if I do like you? What if I have been staring at you constantly for the past 11 years? What if I like the way you touch your mouth when you're lying? What if I like the way you stare at everybody else but not me because I'm jealous? What if I like the way how you're honest with people? What about that?
Are you being serious, or is this a joke that you play on every
I'm
girl?
here. I'm telling you. I'm telling you how I feel.
But you tell that to every girl you talk to.
What if I lie? What if I'm lying? What if the only...
But that's just the thing, right? You're always lying to every single girl. So what, I'm just supposed to take your word for it? Men love to say a lot of things, and you're a man-child. You find that funny? Because I don't.
Fair. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm just scared. Maybe I felt like I confide in all this to you because, like I said, you're honest with yourself. You're honest with people. You don't take no bullshit from anybody. Maybe I feel that I can be honest with you. Maybe I need help.
Last line.
Can you help me?
I don't want to take care of a boy.
Scene. All right, no, you get to keep that. Diliana, let's go to you. Thoughts, comments, seeing that from the written page to now the improv later on at this fun moment.
Well, it was great that you got to I need help part, which does come in the script because we read it, but you got there naturally through the scene, and that was amazing to see. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. We like to raise stakes, and we call that high status. And we had a pissing contest, for lack of a better way of putting this. I'm high status, I'm high status. And these two high status characters are going to keep going and say, all right, I've got high status. But here's the cool thing. The person with all the power in any scene is the one that goes low status.
Right, okay.
So let's talk about you, Brett. What happened once Scully turned the back?
Oh, for a starter, damn.
Yeah, that takes time.
For starters, I felt as a Brent, I felt like I was like losing her. I felt like there were like just before that was like the one time where we actually like were talking, and then she turned away. I was like, oh shit, like damn, I kind of fucked up.
Yeah. And so the interesting thing here is that Scully, this is like I'm going to steal your mic. So Scully, the interesting thing was that you made that move, and I'm just pushing you to continue the move, and then shutting you down was about doing a thing called disengaging. When we have two characters that are really high status going at each other, and we're in the pissing contest, the only way to break this death spiral of, who's higher status, which we'll never break, by the way, is to either somebody go low or disengage. So we had you just disengage, and it was a natural thing. You'd had enough. So you already said you were leaving, so let's just make it happen, but you don't actually leave, and then we just get to watch this guy work off of nothing, meaning Brett. So Brett's working off of nothing. Brett's threatening to leave, and Brett realizes that leaving means it's over, and the chance is gone, and that's when you laid it out, Brett, and that's where the scene got real, and you didn't need the direction of speaking, you just knew. So that's a really powerful thing that the two of you just did. What's interesting about this is that there is a depth in both of these characters that is there in the script. However, and this might be a thing that will be great because it's recorded, now we can get a better sense of what that depth is because we just saw this interaction in this improv piece that you did. And we got to see the vulnerability of this person, and we got to see the no bullshit, but there's a vulnerability in this person too. These are really strong characters, but different characters than the last two. And because this is such a big ensemble piece, it would be really easy to stick to storyline A. And that's what we'll do as audiences, by the way. We'll gravitate towards the one that's the strongest, and we're gonna be like, why doesn't that come back? And that's either on the director in production or on the writer in the writer's room or in pre-production when they're going through it and writing drafts. The big problem here is that if we don't keep all of our storylines strong, then why have them? and there's a depth to everybody. If we had time, I would love to find out the depth of Nolan. And dude, you, by the way, for Nolan, I'm going to just share this. You went all in on that character. There are no small parts. And by the way, Mr. Pitstick, very nice job. And other follically challenged middle-aged man in script. You're just playing all the middle-aged people. Fantastic. And narrating. I'm telling you, you've earned your money today. Thank you very much. That was fantastic. Let's do the thing. Let's get your picture, and we'll do the Q&A on this one. Any quick questions on this one for them or for Diliana?
Does praise count?
Praise is fine, but why don't we do this for time's sake? Because I want to be good about our 5:30, which is in 5 minutes. Save praise for afterwards, please, which is fantastic. Mr. Pitstick. I'm going to go on this side just because.
I think she's watching.
Can we just you want me to do this and you can Photoshop Chris in? All the time, just in case. I'll take one of these actually, because I like to move. All right, so we've got 5 minutes left, and the first thing I want to do is this. If you want to connect via social media to continue conversations, or if you're interested in what this improv nerd does, it's David Christopher Improv. It's either on Instagram or on Facebook, if you use that still. The interesting thing is when I go to Europe and work, everybody's still on Facebook. They just are. And some countries like Iceland, I was in Iceland in February, nobody was on Instagram. And I was like, okay, all right. At least the improvisers I worked with weren't. Yeah, I don't. I'm like, look, you get 2 social media platforms out of me, and my other life is on LinkedIn. So, yeah, that's. Don't reach out to me on LinkedIn. I will not answer any of these questions on LinkedIn. That's my day job stuff. So, with that said, for all of you here, I'm going to ask, just so you know that it's coming your way, Diliana and your team, or Dilia. There you go. I'm going to ask all of you, there's a little testimonial project thing that I have going on right now. I'll put this workshop on there a little bit later on today, and then I'll send it to your people to send out to everybody, because I don't need your email addresses. They'll send it to you, and you probably don't want me with your email addresses anyways, because I'll spam you with nothing. I don't send out emails, so too much. But with that said, you'll get that. It's a really simple little thing. If you want to do it, and if you don't, hey, it's all good. Let's do some Q&A. Questions, and this can come from anybody in the room, actors, directors, writers, just people watching, because it's only the two. You've self-identified. And then anybody else in the room that works at Filmgate, happy to do a Q&A with you. Any questions about the process? Yes, Ivo. Oh yeah, use a mic so that way people at home, and I know that, bless you, by the way.
Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
But so this is a question in regards to incorporating this process when creating new projects, writing, or just filming on the spot.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll go back to writing. Specifically, when you're creating new characters, when you create a new idea, but then you get a mental blockage and you don't know how to continue. Writer's block. Thank you so much. Do you recommend doing this process as, like, for example, I'm just one person. I'm not gonna have other people around me all the time, and I'm creating these characters. Do you recommend you improving between characters? Be like, hey, like, what would I say if I was this character? What would this character say in response to that, and so on and so on?
You can. That's a really hard move, but you can.
Okay.
So I'll give you the good and the bad on this one. There's no ugly. So the good is, yes, you can do it. Give it a shot. There's a device that we use in solo improv called a Sybil, and this is a really old term, but Sybil comes from this movie in the 70s, a TV movie, and it was about a woman with 37 personalities. and Sally Field plays that character, and it's fantastic. It's a really good TV movie. I think she won an Emmy for it too. But so she's got all of these different personalities, and it's a tragic story. But the Sybil basically is jumping in one set of character skin and then moving to another. And the mechanism for a Sybil is, for example, I can't believe you were here. I always was. That's it. And you can do that. The problem is, and the hard part is that in doing this, it's hard to stay in a flow. And then that takes work. So what I would say is if you do want to use it for that, practice that. Like, just do it already. But the easier answer, let's replace good with easy. The easy answer is get a friend. Get a creative partner, somebody else. You've got all of these people in this room. I'm sure you can reach out to Filmgate, or if you have any other networks, reach out and say, hey, is anybody willing to come and just workshop something with me? I need somebody to do that. And they can play multiple characters, as can you. So you can walk through each one of the characters in your project. And it looks like you just got either money or you got a friend. I don't know. Or there's drugs involved, and I don't want to know, because I'm not getting in trouble for this. Okay. All right. Fantastic. All right, so there you go. That would be my recommendation on that. If you're going to use improv as a writing tool, that is fantastic, by the way. And we do a lot of sketch comedy in improv, where we use improv as like, all right, we'll do a bunch of improv. We'll either record it or somebody will take notes, and then the stuff we like, we'll write that down and then we'll punch it up. So we'll go and we'll sweeten that. We'll do drafts of it until we've got that sketch exactly where we want it. That's exactly what Second City does, by the way. All of those sketches at Second City came from improv. That was like, all right, they do an improv set and they record all of them. And then they're like, okay, that one was a great scene. Let's take that scene and use that. So today we had 4 different scenes that all had those moments that are like, oh my goodness, that could be written. That's exactly what you would do with improv. Write it then. Once you capture it, write it, and then go back and say, all right, where can we trim the fat? And where can we go and punch that up a little bit more? How do we ratchet up more tension? Or how do we break tension here? Or how do I see the thing that I'm now feeling as I read this? And that's another thing we always talk about. Show, don't tell. And I think a lot of writers do a lot of telling, and we don't get into a lot of showing. Like, get us there already. And this is another thing. There's so many people hung up on features. There's nothing wrong with a great short. If you don't have the material to make it a feature, don't stretch it into one, because what you're doing is you're giving us a diluted product. Give us the concentrated version, and if your concentrated version is 90 pages or more, fantastic. And if it's not, then make it a damn short. And make the best damn short you've ever made, because guess what? A lot of great artists, a lot of great directors and writers have made careers off of a great short. So don't feel like the feature is the only way to do it. And if you're going to get in a series, that's another story. Next question. Yes.
My question is about self-tape auditioning. So we often get sides that have little to no context, and sometimes it's hard to start a moment before. Do you have any recommendations of improv props that can help kick that off to then start the scene? Because sometimes it's a bit challenging to kind of think of that moment before.
Yeah, so that's a great question. There's a couple of things you can employ. Let's see if any of these resonate for you, and if they do, take them. If they don't, leave them. First of which is, a lot of times in self-tapes, we kind of just go right into it. You don't have to. You can take your time. There's an old song that goes, take your time, do it right. It's a disco song. And
that song.
Yeah, exactly. And I say these things, people are like, why do you reference these things? Because that's how you remember stuff. Because my brain can't hold information anymore, and so I need things like that to remember stuff. So take your time, do it right. It doesn't have to be a rush right in. Plus, your job in a self-tape is you got to look different. That's half the battle right there. So how are you not going to be like everyone? Everyone else is going to do the straight into read, but How do you take your time? And also, how do you find the rhythm of, like, think of the rhythm of that. I'll give you an example. When you're going through sides, if you were a singer and you were going through a song, you would be marking a slash for every time you're going to take a breath. Any singers in the room? Okay, fantastic. Have you done that before?
Yeah, I score my scripts.
Yeah, you score your script. Love it. Or script, but
Yeah,
you score your songs too.
Right, score my
Yeah,
scripts,
yeah, yeah.
score
But
my
no, and score your scripts. Find your moments to pick and choose, like where you're going to have a pause. You know, the writer isn't the end all be all here. They want to see what you will do with the material. I'll give you a great one from behind the desk of being on the directing side when you're in a casting, and I'll share this because actors need this note more than anything. If you ever listen to the podcast Smartless with Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, and Will Hayes, or I'm Sean Hayes. Why am I getting the names wrong? It's really funny, but they talk about this a lot. When they go into audition, they look at it as like, all right, I'm going to work. I've got the job already. Those are the auditions that you're like, I want that person. The ones that are coming there and that are trying to audition for you and do the thing, they usually don't resonate. They don't like wow us. The things that wow us are when you come in, you're confident, you're doing the work. And think of it this way: if I'm reading in front of you, whether it's on camera, you know, and I'm doing a self-tape and sending it in, or if for whatever reason they still have you go in person, go in there knowing that this is already the job. You're not auditioning, you're doing the work. Because that's the performance, there you go, directors need. We need to see you already in the role. We don't need to see you auditioning for the role. Let's put it this way. If it were dating, I don't need to see you trying to wow me. I need to see the real you. Chris Rock says it famously, when you first start dating somebody, you're not dating them, you're dating their representative. And then you find out who they are later, right? Give us that in the audition.
Thank you.
You got it. Yep. Oh, live stream question. Love it. Hit us, Maria.
Okay. What does he think? Okay, sorry. Let me rephrase that. The best approach when casting a low-budget comedy. What do you think?
Low budget. Okay, so clearly we have somebody who's making a low budget comedy. Hey, you. I get you. We'll do this. All right. So casting a low budget comedy. First thing I would do is, one, improvisers are going to be your best friends because they know timing, and they're super observant. So my recommendation to you is to seek out improvisers, because improvisers are actors, by the way, and on top of it, they are capable of doing a lot with material. So when you're casting them, you're going to get to see how they observe the world versus scripted actors per se. And there's nothing wrong with scripted actors. I'm not saying not do that, but I'm saying give yourself a little bit of variety there and see what works best for your material and what actually feels right. Not all improvisers are the same too. I mean, some are just gonna go for gags and not necessarily give you what you want, and some will give you the full deal. It just depends. But this is where it's critical for you. And like we've been talking about today with all of our directors or our rep, you've got to push in that casting to see what you've got. If you just take a read as a read, it better be a no, because you just know they're not going to work for type. But if they do work for type and you feel like, okay, you could work, now it's on you when you're casting to push them and see if they can do it. And that's the hard thing with the self-tape. So I would say get away from the self-tape, or at least if you're going to go self-tape for type, for that role. And once you have your matches, then bring them in and push. There you go. Oh, by the way, if you have a casting person or an agent who's sending you out for stuff that's not your type and you're just always wrong for stuff, get a new agent. That happens all the time. They're just doing it because they've got to put warm bodies out there to make casting directors happy. And look, I'm sending you a whole bunch of people, but if they're all wrong, it's a waste of everybody's time. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Preguntas? Demandes. I've been speaking some French lately.
Oui, oui.
All right, cool. This was a fun session, everybody. Thank you so much. Yay. If you want to do one last photo, we'll just get everybody in, including our 2 actual audience members. I feel like we should just get only the 2 of you. That would be the best bit of all.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. We escaped June heat. Yeah. Damn hot.
All right, good job, everyone.
Sure, let's do a big happy picture. Here, might we use my phone for that one? For this last one? Or do you need to use yours?
We can do both.
Here, you just send me whatever you take.
Okay.
Then you just made my life easier.
I'm going to jump in with David. Go ahead, please. I think we're going to have soccer team, guys.
Come on. Mayday. Which David are talking about? The 2 Tower of Davids.
Okay, let us know how you feel it us do anything. Okay. Alright, smile. Hey.
Yeah, Filmgate. Yay. And honestly, come back to as many of these types of things as you can. This place is special. It really is. Thank you, Betty.
I just questioned this. I was talking about the other day about the improv you mentioned theater. It's like a different thing where it's not about unscripted. You're doing something.
That's my project in Europe.
Yeah, exactly. Here, I fly right now.
So, okay, so my thing is.